you know. But I'm just kidding.
He's like, I never used so much lube in my life.
Yeah.
It'd be funny. It'd be funny.
Shit wouldn't lather, man. God.
I got a customer at the shop like that. You know, and he almost
Shit won't
apologized
lather.
when you go to shake his hand or something, you know.
Yeah, man. It's true. I do the same shit
And
sometimes.
your shirt finds out about
Porno
it.
dabs, dude. Yeah,
It's
porno
all
dabs.
Pretty
Ever
much.
since COVID, ain't nobody shaking hands anyways, bro. It's just the COVID fucking
Yeah.
dabs.
Yep.
So
I
you're
liked
good.
it before that because you never knew where their hands were. So it was always like, that's the best way is to shake a hand.
Yeah.
My problem was I knew where their hands were. I know human nature. I know where their hands were. I'm good.
Yeah.
If it's me, I'm scratching my ass at least half the day. So
And you want to put your hands where?
I'm just helping with immunities. That's all.
We live yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been live.
Hey, live, everybody.
Hey, chat.
Yeah.
Just quickly through Profit in charge there. I got to go pick up the girlfriend and the kid, and then I'll be back to come hang out with you guys. Well, then look out. Profit's in charge.
Oh, I'm in charge. And Fluffy's not here for me to be. That ain't fair.
I'm sure
Oh,
he's
but
in
before I go,
charge.
dab time.
Oh, yeah. Dab time. All right.
Uh-oh.
Get that frog going, bees.
I got the frog. Oh, it's a nice frog.
Good frog.
Sometimes I stroke my frog fast. Sometimes I stroke my frog slow.
Dude, you know you're baked when you go to do a dab and you grab your bong.
Bang.
Bees, did you see those? A real instrument?
Yeah, it's a real instrument.
Did you see the different sizes?
Yeah. Yeah.
They have different tones, different pitches.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
You want the engorged one.
Yeah, there's a lot of different varieties. Like
Some bowls are the same way.
I want to get one of the fish, you know.
Oh, they got one?
Yeah, you know, you would know what I would too. They use it a lot in Latin percussion. But it's like the spaces between the ridges are real small. So it's like more like a zzz, you know, it gives more like a.
But is it like a shape of it's a fish or it's just like a
Yeah,
fish?
it's shaped like a fish. Like it'd be like think of like fish bones, I think is what they're trying to.
Oh, that was fucking racial shit you said about being Latin though, bro. I never seen one of those motherfucking things.
Yes, you have. They just weren't shaped like a fish.
You swear.
They're shaped like a pill. They make them shaped like a pill too. Anyway, you know, you would fucking whatever. Fuck you guys.
Man, in California, you haven't seen one of those. That's well, fine. Hold on, dog. Let me grab one. I got one right here on my shelf.
Quit lying, 40. You're
Quit
Cuban
lying.
B. You're Cuban B.
I knew it.
Funny is that when the heat went out here, like a fucking big event, people hit the streets, bro, with pots and pans, hitting them with fucking spoons and shit. Ding, 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 ding. It's a thing.
Why were they doing that?
Netflix just came out with that new Cocaine Cowboys, The King of Miami. So it's all like Miami based from the late 80s to the mid 90s, late 90s and shit. So I'm like, I was sitting here watching it before y'all started.
That's the old movie, the old Cocaine Cowboys?
So I thought it was, but then I noticed it was a series. And it's completely different. And, you know, it talks about the movie, The Cocaine Cowboys, but it's a lot more detailed about a couple different guys in it than there was in that Cocaine Cowboy movie.
Yeah, that was called Drugstore Cowboy.
Drugstore Cowboy.
But same difference.
Wait, were they going for cocaine or were they going for pharmacies?
Well, it's more than one story. It's like
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, everybody go to live chat. If you're slow like myself, you would have just realized you were not in it.
There is a movie, Cocaine Cowboys.
Yeah.
It was?
A documentary, yeah. It's like from
Oh, really?
like 2002 or 2000. It's
Oh
something
man,
around
have you ever
2000.
seen the real Cocaine Cowboy movie?
Yeah,
So
look
the
it up, dude. It's pretty good. I watched it just a couple weeks ago.
It played into a lot of bad decisions in my life.
I've only seen Drugstore Cowboy, which
oh no,
I agree.
the real Cocaine Cowboys is all South Florida, Columbia-based cartels, some hardcore badass shootouts in the mall down the street from here. That shit's crazy as fuck.
Uncle Rick's coming in.
Do we want to let Uncle Rick in? All right, talk shit before he comes in. You got 10
We
seconds.
just talked about drug cartels.
Oh, bring him in.
Yeah, it like showcases the actual real deal guy who's
Yeah.
like the Oichi family or something like that, and fucking Colombia.
You can't talk about it.
Oichi, isn't that Japanese?
Shit, that lady Griselda Blanco.
Yeah, Griselda Blanco. She's a fucking like.
Her son sells us glass. He has his own line.
That's awesome.
Herb with
We're not supposed to talk about that.
Why?
Look, I thought he'd never get here.
Oh,
shit. He can't hear us.
No, he can't.
He can't hear us. He don't have his shit on.
His headphones aren't on yet. I thought they were.
I'm actually wondering why he turned his computer one way just to turn it back the way it originally was.
Oh, there he is.
I'm
Can you hear us?
All right, everybody stop talking about Rick.
I like to talk.
Look at that face.
No, look at you.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
Hey, Uncle Rick. Hey, Uncle.
What's
Hey,
up,
Rick.
Hey, what a fantastic week. Where do I start? DP, you killed it on the Eagle Garden show, man. And Crazy Pop Mom, are you here? Yes. Well done. Well done on Wednesday. That was just fantastic. I'm really, really, really excited about that.
Thanks, Uncle Rick. It was like the funnest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, well, it was really, really cool. And I know you were. Go ahead.
I was just saying she's got to get out more.
Oh, that's not even nice of you. I'm going back to my no alcohol weed party.
Hey, man, that was kind of funny. I won't lie.
My therapist told me I needed to get outside more.
And you were suggesting that a number of people didn't show up. And I was watching in chat. We have got a shitload of very talented people in our group. And Caribou, you were suggesting. Where's Caribou? Oh, there he is.
The girlfriend.
Hey, he had to go. I'm in charge. You all may serve me.
Oh no.
So bring all praise me.
But he was suggesting, what we should maybe consider for the next topic. But boy, oh boy, I'd love to just go back to do another artist show. That'd be fantastic.
I still have other people on the list. It's just because I think that Cannabis went down for a while. We couldn't get anything to upload. We all just kind of got pissed off and left. So now that everything's working right, I assume people are going to come back and see my messages. So I have at least 7 other people and one other person that just got back to me today saying, I'm sorry I missed it. Sorry for the background noise, because clearly they don't care that I'm trying to have one little tiny conversation.
They're having a good time.
Well, don't worry. If it gets too bad, I'll just mute you.
Okay, you do that. At least let me know instead of going for the next 10 minutes.
I mean, at least you're not talking on the phone while you're doing Zoom.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah, it was the funnest. I'm not listening to you. It was the funnest.
I'm not talking
thing.
about you. I'm
I
talking
don't
about
care if that makes me lame. But yeah, if you guys want to have another one, and I'm game for that. That was just the fun. That was fun.
Fantastic. Yeah.
And if Bees doesn't be nice to me, I'm not letting him in.
You do what you gotta do, babe.
For the next couple of weeks.
What are you talking about? I was the fucking best cheerleader.
My sister's
ever.
back there laughing
All you gotta do
away.
is get naked, dude. Just get naked. You'll be able to do whatever you want, bro. You're good.
I want
Next
lots
time
of
I'll paint
roses
my
and
body.
stuff.
What if I paint my body somehow?
Your body. That's all I heard. Okay, I gotta let you guys go because that can't be a good spot to be in.
I just want to be a
Have
part
a
of the
great
art
night.
show.
I'm gonna stay here, but I'm not gonna be on foot.
The shark show.
You could paint with your body.
Now
Eat
we're
in
talking.
chat, woman.
Now we're talking.
Not finger painting. Just.
Should leave their thing going.
I guess with bees it'd be third leg painting. I heard.
Yeah. Well, I would start with the
Somebody
hair on my
else.
back, like a brush.
Somebody else's third leg. B shows up with a bunch of mushroom stamps on his face. This is art, right? It's multicolored. It's gotta be. The guy told me it was practically a Picasso. You know, you really gotta look at it to see what it is.
Jackson Pollock all over.
Jackson Pollock.
Take off your shirt and let Jackson Pollock type.
That's
painters.
the type of paint he used to do the mushroom stamping.
Yeah, that too.
The Jackson Pollock comes after the mushroom stamping. You fucking.
That's all up under your shirt.
Well, you gotta earn your way up to the Jackson
Well,
Pollock.
that's what I mean.
That style of
Once
paint.
you reach the top, you get the
Yeah.
Jackson Pollock, and then
You can come to me, and I'll be more than happy to litter you with some
and then
stuff.
for like about 30 seconds after the Jackson Pollock, you realize that you look like garbage.
But you're supposedly worth money, which is weird.
I mean, I'm not saying him precisely. I'm saying his type of work.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure this whole panel could Jackson Pollock your chest pretty well.
I'm sure they would love to. But
Let's ask Ricky for doing it to my mom for a
I'm
while.
pretty desirable. I mean, I know this.
Wow.
Everybody's quiet.
That's fine. That's 'cause everyone's thinking about me.
He called me on it. I don't know what to say.
You're funny.
Okay, hypothetical.
Yeah.
How's the weather where you guys are?
It's fucking hot, man.
It was fucking hot today, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Hype, if you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
It'd be a bee.
That's awesome.
They die so quickly, though.
And they live a great life. They do exactly what they want to do, what they were made to do for their entire life, enjoying what they're doing, and then they die.
Yep.
I gotta say, yeah, that's
That's
impressive.
like grow up, grow pot, and die. Like, okay, great. Okay, yeah, I got that. I can do that.
And you might actually get chosen to fuck the queen and then stick your stinger in there and die after sex. So, I mean,
Might have some bee twat.
Where do
You
I
might-
sign up for this? It sounds like an amazing life.
you gotta be like a honeybee or a wasp and shit.
So the worst in like the reincarnation circle is to become a human, right?
I don't think so.
Like, basically it seems like everybody's got a little bit better than us humans right now.
I don't know. Personally, just as a human, I wouldn't want to be a dung beetle. I don't know.
Why not?
I don't want to play in shit.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't want to be a snake. I mean,
I love snakes. I would
me
totally
too,
be
but
one.
I wouldn't want to be one. They're
I
fucking,
would.
there's like, they're going to lose every single fight they go up in.
I don't
Not the
know
one
about
in my
that.
garden. I help him win.
It depends on what kind of snake we're talking about.
Any kind. It doesn't
Nah.
matter.
I
Okay.
make sure he
a
survives.
big snake attacks a lion. The lion is going to kill that fucking snake.
I think the snake should be smart enough to probably realize he can't take the lion.
Exactly, because they're going to lose every fucking fight. Anything that fights a snake, anything that
Yeah, but
fights.
when you got
gonna
an
fucking kill a snake.
anaconda or something like that, that motherfucker is hanging out in the mud. So I mean,
Eating little
Yeah,
children.
I know,
if
but, like,
that lion decides to
it's a
stick his
water
dumb
buffalo
face up to that water and he snatches up by the face and drags him into the water, the lion's fucked.
Here's what I'm saying: that if it bites a jaguar, the jaguar has the hardest jaw pressure, right, of any big cat. It's gonna bite through it.
My
Ugh.
question is, how is an anaconda gonna come across a goddamn jaguar?
They live in the same fucking place.
In five
When do jaguars go in the muddy
Amazon?
waters?
All the
Water.
time. They hunt, dude. They're cats.
Stuff.
What are you
They
talking
go
about?
down
Watch them take out
Fine.
alligators.
They eat, yeah, they eat
All
penguins.
right, shit.
They eat
I
capybaras.
I need to watch more videos, but I
The
mean,
Amazon
shit.
has the most water. It's the biggest river by water volume, man. It's
I
like
mean-
more water comes out of the fucking Amazon than any other river in the world.
I can
The whole
understand
place.
maybe,
The whole place.
anaconda
Jungle.
versus a saltwater crocodile or something. Obviously it's not gonna take that out, but
No,
shit.
it's not gonna win,
Yeah.
man. I'm telling you, snakes. They're a noodle with a head. That's all they are.
I don't know. What if it got its whole body wrapped around this motherfucker?
What if?
What if?
Broke all its bones.
What if all
Yeah,
of a sudden evolution decided to finally prove
You ever-
itself and the
you ever
snake
think
grew
about the
arms and
neck,
it gave
dude?
it a
It's
3-piece
nothing
and a
but
biscuit?
Then we're talking. Just legs, dude. Just imagine if a snake had legs that could run
Oh,
like.
it'd be spin kicking.
Would it have legs like a chicken or
Kangaroo
legs like a
legs.
person?
Big.
Oh yeah, it would work like a
Big
kangaroo. It could hang out on its tail and just fucking start kicking you.
Would the knees bend in the front or bend in the back? That's what I want to know.
Well,
Front.
what is it? Gazelles and shit bend backwards, and what are the kangaroos? Do they bend normally? I mean, we're going on this whole they have kangaroo legs.
Okay, well that's cool. We'll stick with that.
I thought this started with hypothetical being a bee.
Yeah, it did.
And then we got into snake. We got into what we didn't want to be, and I snake. And then we started we got into that. And then I got heated.
I got heated.
I'm gonna
You're
mute
lucky,
myself for a while.
you're lucky a nurse didn't come in there and hit you with your Thorazine, because we already know where you are.
I mean, I'm starting to be curious because of the white walls. So, just saying.
This window is actually just a fucking tiny little sliver that I look out into the real world.
Yeah.
The fence. I'm just.
I wouldn't believe you.
That's why she's
I
not.
fed Tina.
That's why she's not yelling at me.
Nope, she's down there sleeping like a good girl.
Wow. All right.
I took care of it.
She fed Tina.
I also cleaned Tina's cage and tightened all Tina's screws. This is for you. I got it on sale as a target.
Bitch, it fell out your ass, and you're sitting here. I got this for you. You can't be an Indian giver. Like it came out your ass. You had to go
I did
buy
not
it.
pull that one out of my ass.
No, it fell out your ass.
Am I not muted?
You must.
No.
You must
What?
Be pretty good, Ben. Hey, G.
Oh my gosh.
I did not mute you for that whole thing. Just
I could have come up with so much better shit than that, but I just assumed you had me muted, so it was like, why bother?
no.
If one of you is unmuted, both of you are unmuted. Yeah, it's weird.
Good point. Like, I have no idea how that would work. You cover your face.
I would like Smiley to explain this statement he just made in chat.
Dude, it is true. It is
Oh,
true.
chat.
100%.
What's going on?
I gotta like YouTube this or something. Do I?
I don't know, man. Ball
I'm
pythons
gonna grab
have
my
like a lot of urate. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but they like blast it out, dude, and you can hear it.
Really?
Like you would think you would not be able to hear it, but you can fucking hear it. Not all the time, but
Can you give me like a clue of what it might sound like?
like a fucking think of a snake taking a tiny little like cat-sized turd.
But
I want-
It's like blasting it out. But first it's like liquid, right? So it's like urate, like urine, but it's not urine, it's just
So it's like
So
that comes
wet
out first.
sounding.
at first, and then it like slips out. It's like a slip out kind of like I wouldn't be able
Oh,
to.
so they prelude
Yeah.
the poop shoot.
You're talking about this python shit, right?
Yeah, man. And it comes out with like the.
Because I want to get a python, and now you're making me afraid of its poop.
Well, so out of all the snakes, like colubrids shit a ton, right? Like corn snakes, pine snakes, bull snakes, stuff like that. Shit's like 4 times a day. But a ball python only shits like, you know, as much as you feed it.
Once a month.
Maybe my
So
cat's
if you
mixed with the
feed
ball
it like, you
python,
know, once
'cause
every
that cat
14 days,
shits so loud.
it's only going to shit once every 14 days, right? Maybe twice. But
How does he know that?
they're really easy to keep. Like the loudest fart noise you could make, Smiley says, for his. Mine wasn't that loud.
My
It
friend,
was more like it had seen some miles.
my friend breeds them. My friend breeds them. He's got 40 of them, like different types of like crossbreeds that he's been doing and shit like that. And yeah, man, I was gonna kind of get into it. You know, the whole genome, trying to find that perfect fucking blend and shit. And FYI, any of you happen to have ball pythons, especially albino ones or any of those special ones, if you put them under a black light, they'll actually show hidden patterns, which was pretty neat from what I learned. But we're trying to basically, you know, come up with a few different styles that are already out there. But just like cannabis, it's not like, all right, so the original, you know, we had this discussion before, the fucking DJ Short Blueberry, it was the male was this, the female was this, but if it's not by that particular or that exact breeder, and you happen to do the same type with different fucking a different breeder, are you still ending up with the same thing? And basically you're not, at least in the snake world. So it's like you got to start blending these different fucking traits and shit like that. So, you know, that's kind of interesting how it links to a certain extent. So that's been my new thing. I've just been looking up things about pythons because, like I said, he's got 40 of them motherfuckers. I want a white one, and I think I want red eyes. So, you know, trying to figure that trait out and what you have to mate it with, and you know, half of them make it, half of them don't. One of them might be right. None of them might be right. It's you got to get that right blend. Shit,
So
I
you
went
just
off.
flush the undesirable ones. You just flush them down the toilet.
No, not at all. Long as they're not suffering, they just don't come out with those particular traits. As long as, you know,
You don't like
they
300 them. You don't like take them to a cliff and like chuck them or
no,
something.
I haven't. I mean, he hasn't had any issues like that. Like, all right,
make
so
money.
it's called Bee's Nose. It's called the spider python or something like that, and that one's a very desirable, but it's trait that has with it if you could blend it properly. But because that genetic line in that particular python, it tends to suffer from the wobbles. So the fucking thing's constantly going like this, or you'll end up with ones that have kinks, which may never survive. So it's like, you know, you don't want to start just breeding anything because you don't want to come out with deformalities, because I'm not going to be that monster that goes and kills off a fucking pile of snakes because they came out wrong. But that was my snake adventure, or start to research, because, you know, I like long phallic things that wiggle.
You just made me giggle.
I'm trying to pull something else out. Anybody up?
I heard breeding horses is fun.
What was it?
Said I heard breeding horses is fun.
Yeah. Do you extract the DNA yourself?
Yeah, that job's the one I don't think I'd ever take. No.
Not a horse fluffer, huh?
No, not yet. I don't know. We'll see how bad the reception goes next time.
Right. Well, if you get good at that, let me know. You might be able to work with me.
Oh, there you go. I'll be your fluffer.
Hey, Astro, you ever mess with a wood burner?
I have not. No.
I picked up. Don't get the cheap one. They suck.
Did you
I
mess
saw
with a
one. I was
Dremel?
like, I got one like a couple months ago, but
Can
I think
you-
I'm gonna take it apart and just redo it and just put like a fucking hot stick on it.
Can you use a soldering iron to do that?
I don't know if it gets hot enough, but yeah, I don't know what temperature it is.
Soldering iron gets pretty fucking hot. I mean,
It's all. I mean, yeah. I don't know why not. I don't know.
it might be cheaper. I mean, those fuckers are everywhere.
Ooh. Of DJ Short.
Okay. Well, that's a DJ Short blueberry.
Nice.
Yep.
Now I'm interested. I thought it was just regular old blueberry.
Hold on a second. Let's let everybody see that. Hold on. Go ahead, pop it
Too
up.
late.
Pop it
Put
up.
away.
Now
Put it away.
Papa.
pull it out. Pull it out.
Ay, ay, ay. Papa.
Oh,
Nice.
she's pretty.
That's really nice.
The best trash you got going around, right?
Best meds in town, boy.
That's
Abolish.
oh my mama.
Ghetto.
That,
Find
that's
them
how
boys out there trapping. I knock on the window and they slide it through the hole in the wall.
nice.
With you.
On my mama.
On my mama, fucking Jungle Boys just posted up their location. They didn't say where it was, but everybody fucking recognized it. That's just like fucking 20 minutes from here, bro. Their grow facility, and then they're gonna open up 5 locations right off rip. So me and my business partner, I'm like, shit, I got the tent, a fucking electric, a little electric generator that doesn't make any noise, and I'll camp out that motherfucker for 3 days, bro, before they do the grand opening. No shame.
You'd be good. Air mattress, everything.
I'm right down the street. So he could stay there. I could come home, power nap, grab whatever I needed to do, drop a deuce, pinch a loaf, make a sandwich, go back. He could come over here and kick it for a bit.
There you go.
Did you say drop a deuce and pinch a loaf?
Sometimes it doesn't drop. You gotta pinch it.
Okay. All right.
You don't want to drag her.
You don't
No,
want to try.
no. Would that be a skimmer?
Depending how far down it goes.
Yeah.
Shit's
That's like
getting
ghost.
heat.
That's like ghost shit. You know,
Hey,
you
have
drop
you
that
guys,
motherfucker.
Have you guys checked out the Frugal Force videos that Abolish has been putting up
Yeah.
on YouTube? Those are dope. I like that stuff. Cheers, Abolish. Thanks for putting that stuff up. Yeah, so I guess there's an event at the end of the month up in Michigan. I'm gonna go to in Clio. That'll be fun. What's everybody smoking on tonight? Or is everybody just looking at screens?
Sorry, I'm over here dying on Can & Co.
I'm switching between some strawberry cough and some of the Canico I still have, and I've also been doing shatter of wedding cake and some kind of lemon something, because you can totally taste the lemon, which is delicious. What about you, Rick? What do you got going on over there? You've been so quiet, you're freaking me out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Prophet. What do we got here? We got slurricane going on. Very nice, very tasty.
What about you, Astro? Did we already ask you?
No, I'm
stoned.
smoking. Yeah, I'm stoned too. I'm smoking on Rainbow Cushman's right now, and I had some of Dank Mandan's Primal Punch for a dab.
Nice. What about hype? Or should we just assume?
I've got a Can & Co F2 that I'm over here dying on.
Nice.
S2.
Hype. I'm excited about this Canico. I got it drying right now. I got a Canico and a Hash got drying, so I'm excited to try it out because you look thoroughly ripped, and everybody that's tried it says they love it. So
Yeah, I'm not even on your balls, dude, and it was great.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, I'm probably gonna be on my way out here pretty soon because I can't seem to breathe. But I'm gonna stick around for a little bit.
You gotta switch over to manual breathing for a bit, and then you'll be able to switch back to autopilot. You'll be all right.
What about Raider? Is he in here?
I'm here.
He's in.
What are you blazing on, Raider?
I'm doing some lemon Jeffrey with Stardog.
Ooh, nice. And G-Bay, you already bragged about what you were smoking on, didn't you?
Oh, showing it off, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Citrus glue live resin. A little gift from a buddy.
And DP, you were bragging about your goo.
yeah, I'm still smoking on some of that BHO. Shout out to Narwhal Up for that one. It's nice and tasty. And Beverly Road Flower, which is really nice.
Is it Narwhal?
Awesome.
I thought it was like Narwhal UP.
Yeah. I don't know how
Like-
the Michiganders say it.
Well, like the Upper Peninsula.
Oopa.
Oh,
The UP.
Oopa. The Oopa.
It's just the UP.
you're fucking overthinking
That
it.
totally makes
It's Narwhal.
sense. You know? If he stays up there, it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
They call them
not-
Upers.
It's Narwhal.
Upers, strong like bull, smart like tractor.
And Bees, we already asked you what you were blazing.
I got some dabs.
Okay,
Who knows what
And,
they're called, but they taste like lemons.
good. Now,
Somebody post a link in the chat.
freaking, I wanted to say, Uncle Rick, you want to do the Patreon? And everybody else, Bees, hit the dab frog, and you can do that.
Don't tell me what to do, jerk.
Will you please, you fucking dingus?
Yeah, it's Friday, man. Chat's
Bingus. Bingus is
panel's
in the chat.
on. If you guys want to post the link.
All right. Just because I like everybody in the chat. And the more the merrier, right?
Hey, Astro Charlie, that rainbow Kush Mints was fantastic, brother.
Oh, word. I didn't know if you got any of that. It wasn't cured up that well, but the flavor is finally coming out. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, that stuff smelled great, man. Try some in the old bongo. That stuff was mighty tasty for it being that fresh. It was great.
Oh, yeah, dude. Thanks. I appreciate it. I was a little pheno hunt. I'm going to definitely be keeping it in the garden. It's it's like green Skittle, vapor, funky, minty.
Ooh,
It's really weird, but I love it.
How's that GMO going?
All right, that's doing pretty good. I'm actually going to be chopping that tomorrow or the day after, I think. I'm just scoping it a little bit more. But yeah, no, that's great. I'm really excited about that.
Now, depending on the strain, is that what you're going for, trichome, or you try to do that same consistently throughout your harvest?
I mean, I'm still learning. So there's a bunch of stuff I'm looking at. I go by the time generally because I'm in cocoa and then I flush. I'm not organic, but I definitely scope. I smoke all the time. I think everyone here smokes all the time. I can't, cake strains put me to sleep. And I'm an insomniac, so that's great for sometimes, but I don't want to get up and then be drowsy all day. So I generally pull my stuff when they're when they're cloudy, more cloudier than full on ambers. Yeah.
Cheers.
We got to catch up.
Everybody's got to catch up. Somebody have a joke. I need to hear a joke. Someone tell me a good joke. On your mark.
I don't have one.
Fuck.
Tattoo.
I'm trying to roll something right now.
That's pretty funny.
Thanks. Rick, did you do the Patreon? Did I totally miss that?
I missed it.
Did I miss it?
I was just getting it all lined up here, and yeah. So let's get to it. Thank you, always, everybody in chat. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. By the way, I thought I saw earlier. How many subscribers have we got now? I think it's. I want to say it's over 500. I just saw the number a minute ago. Has somebody got it on their screen?
Say it.
It's almost 600.
Wow. Wow. Well, that's super.
No.
And you know, if you can swing a couple of bucks our way, it's always appreciated. And I just want to say a big thanks and shout out to our Patreon supporters. We have Crazy Pop Mom, Stony Rockefeller, Canada's Finest, Uncle Rick, Raider Dank Vader, Hypothetical Genetics, BC Stoner Mom, Dave's Not Here, Sticky Icky Cookie, Opie 7420, Lobster Bush Bro, Papa Z, G-Bay Genetics, Colton Bridge, and Aston sorry, Charlie. Astro Charlie. Thank you all.
Yes, thank you. Now let's hear from G-Bay.
What's going on, G-Bay?
There we go. No, not much, man. Just hanging out. Don't really got too much going on.
No.
Not manicuring today during the show.
What's that? Sorry.
No manicuring today.
Oh, you didn't see him before? He was like fluffing it out.
They're all done. It's a little naughty sometimes, but it's under a mask all the time at work, so it gets all mangled up. But lights are out in the tent, so we can't show anything or anything. But
We'll just use our imaginations. And they fucking
go.
They look great. They're doing fucking awesome. That one in the back though looks a little fucking dry.
You know, you're pretty accurate. I got some smaller pots in there, and I'm doing all organic, like living soil kind of shit. And the real small pots aren't liking it at all.
What size pots?
What's that?
What size?
I think they're 1.5 or 2 gallons. I don't know exactly.
Yeah,
but
so I ran the autos in that, and you just run out too quick. You're sitting there either top dressing too much, or you're hitting it with too many teas, or it just dries out too quick, and you just eat up everything in there too much. I feel like for if you're trying to do all organic, Organics works fine. I ended up doing that towards the end for this last end of flower. I just started using some Solid Bloom and Thrive Alive and a couple other things, you know what I mean? Because I just got tired of trying to sit there. I wasn't going to top dress again because it'd take too long to become available, you know? Yeah. So I just started hitting it with the salts at the end for these last 2 that I got going in there. And I'll stop doing that probably 2 days, let them finish another week. Flush them out real good.
My 5-gallon ones seem fine. Both those plants are rocking. It's the other 3 in the smaller pots. I just can't keep up. They're getting deficient, and I don't really care too much. I'm not worried about it or anything, but I've realized the problem, and I'm not going to waste my time really. But I'll keep them alive for another month so I can harvest them, obviously. But I won't be growing anything in those pots under that style anymore. So I'm going to go, I think, 7-gallon fabric from now on with the style of soil I'm using.
I just transplanted one from a 3-gal that was showing signs of a new deficiency and stuff. It's been in there probably a month and a half though, so it's been going a little while. And so it wanted new shoes, so I put in a 5-gal butt chugger, and it bounced back super quick. I really amended it really well, gave it a good top dressing and stuff, and it's super healthy now. So I'm gonna flip that closet here soon, so that would be nice. I'm going to throw a couple scrogs in there.
Yeah, well, week 3 or so in flower, so transplanting I don't think something I'm going to do. But
I'm with you on the bigger pots. I definitely want to do I like those 7-gallon the 7-gallon bags, like the tall bags.
Yeah.
Those are dope.
I'm running some 7-gallon fabrics, those taller than wider ones. Yeah, like you're talking, and they work pretty good. I always heard that smaller pots with organic didn't really work, and here I am living it. So.
Well, I heard about it after the fact, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, well, we'll see what happens. And it happened.
Yeah.
So,
Always
but one was like
try it
super
anyway.
rich too, so that one took a little bit longer, and it was actually one of the faster finishers, but it was showing a little extra nitrogen in the beginning. And it was actually one of the smaller ones, so it could have stunted it too since it was an auto. I heard that a lot of nitrogen in the beginning of an auto's life can stunt it. I don't know if that's right or not. Height could happen. Yeah, one of those
Could
things.
happen, could not. I've had some where it's just like, wow, this is too hot, and they stunt. And I've had other ones that are just like, thanks.
Right. That's what that hashing guy did. That thing.
Dude, the Canico took a heavy bloom feeding without a problem.
Mine are green. The two I still got flowering. They
Yeah.
just eat everything I put in there.
Yeah, they gobbled everything up. Hey, 40, I'm smoking a blunt in your honor, buddy.
Poor lungs.
I blame my dad. He's right here. He's like, oh, roll this blunt. It's like,
My
dude,
buddy strictly smokes blunt. I get it, man. I went
Dude,
on a
they
road trip
fucking
with
hurt.
him. Oh, my throat hurt so bad after that. But
His father's on one side and his son is on the other.
there's no DNA to prove any of this.
Exactly.
All speculation.
His throat also hurt from the blunts.
Profit.
not from.
Profit. Is that Can and Co?
No, I have a little bit left of that, so I'd be smoking it out of my bong and shit. I would not
Okay, good. I was
waste
gonna say.
Canico in a fucking blunt.
I was about to get offended.
No.
Why would it be
The-
wasted? I don't understand.
Because it would be.
It alters the taste.
That would be a waste.
Yeah,
If
but
it was in a paper, it wouldn't be bad, but no, I wouldn't put it
taste
in a blunt.
it would taste like a blunt, and it would be fucking.
And you would lose all the great terpene and profiles and everything that came with that Canico, dude. Like, I'm not joking. I'm not kissing his ass. The shit's got an awesome fucking profile and taste and everything else. So,
He's totally kissing his ass.
no, I'm not.
No, I work hard on the flavor.
Is it
You guys
limey?
smoked it. You smoked it.
Yes, it's limey
Wait to
DP.
kiss it. I'm just saying.
I can't wait to hit that dry hit on it.
It's,
I'm
all
excited
over
to kiss your
your
ass too, hypothetical. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
just
talking
saying.
shit. I am talking shit, but at profit.
It did smell really limey, though.
Hey, B, start breeding some shit. I might suck your dick too.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, I went from a quarter to like a little over an ounce with his plant for my last auto. So, I mean,
Gold
shit.
star profit. Gold star.
Top your next one. Damn it, top. If you want to get a yield off it, quit.
Well, did you see what I did to it? Have you
checked?
have you checked the thing? I topped it and then I bent it. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Yep, that'll do it. Just keep them level while it grows.
I don't need you to say anything. You're just the kid of
So I can,
Canada.
if one key overgrows the other, you're saying I could still top that shit, right?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
don't top it. Just keep bending it out.
Just keep spreading. Okay.
Yep, just let them spread. And then you'll have, and I love it when they do it, just a branch that's just bud on a stick. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's basically what I was going with. Because I mean, I saw how I just basically let it kind of go Christmas tree-ish or whatever. But I knew in my mind I should have bent that over. But I just wanted to see what happened. And freaking now that I know what's up, I'm like, all right, I know what I'm doing. Well, I'm not saying I know what I'm doing. I got a plan. I got a plan.
You've got a plan.
I'm not saying I know what I'm doing. I got a plan.
Like you did with the first one. He's got a
I bet
plan.
it. That's what I do a lot of times because I have to cram 4 into a 4x4, and the auto pot setup I have is the it's one tray, but it holds 2 pots. So the 2 pots are basically like this close to each other. And, that's not a whole lot of space between plants. So I have to bend them out and away from each other to be successful in that area.
Yeah.
So I top them and then I bend them over the same way that you're talking about. And that's how I end up with my yields and filling up that whole 4x4 with 4 autos in 300 watts of light.
I'm thinking of changing my whole lighting setup and dropping my bloom to 6 and vegging with 6 so I can actually veg decently and do autos at the same time in my bedroom. So like that's actually something running through my head right now, so I can do autos because there's no other way I can do any real major weight with autos unless I up my light a little bit. But that 1,000 watt, it's not happy about 1,000 watts whatsoever. And no, I mean the thing could be down on the floor. I don't know. That was before. I never tried your plant. I did your plant all outdoors. So freaking, I mean, if I would bring it into the 1,000, maybe it could handle it, but that's still 12 hours, and then I'd be dragging it out to fucking like a T5 or a 300 watt fucking Blurple Mars. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
Wrong microphone.
Bong.
Astro, I got some new tattoo ink in. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that you got colors now, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I had some, but I just got some better ones.
Excellent. What are you gonna do first? Fill in your buddies from the art show?
What's that?
Are you gonna fill in your buddies from the art show?
Yeah. Once it heals up, I'm gonna hit that one up.
Awesome.
I think one of the guests this weekend might be getting a tattoo. 1 or 2 might be getting one, so that'll be fun.
Wow. Awesome. You're rocking and rolling, man.
Hell yeah, take that skin while it's there.
I was just telling Prophet's wife that I wanted to tattoo her.
You want to do it? Really?
That thing on her foot.
I need to get some ink. I haven't been
Where's the jaw?
under the needle for 5 years.
It's been a while for me too, and like I said, I've like to go under it and get drilled. I'm like, when I start, I'm like, why? Why did I do this? I'm getting too old for this. I don't enjoy sitting here getting it anymore.
I hate getting tattoos, dude.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't mind hurting.
I just wish they for real, just put me to sleep. Let 3 artists go crazy on me. Put me to sleep.
Notice if I smoke weed, dude, forget it. That's all I can concentrate on is them fucking drilling into me.
Fuck, this hurts. Oh, fuck, this hurts.
I don't know. I can't get baked before it. It just.
I heard if you sprinkle cocaine on the tattoo ink, it helps, but I don't know.
That's a lie and a half.
It'll burn more than anything. I mean,
topical lidocaine.
Yeah, the lidocaine shit they got.
That only works on the top layer of skin.
And that doesn't really do much of anything.
Yeah, there's 7 to 10 layers of skin. You're gonna numb 1 and go through 4.
It all depends on the tattoo too. I mean, if it's the outline, I always felt like was a hot knife. The fucking shading, I always felt was a nice scratching feeling. But that coloring,
I gotta get Astro tattooed. I'm excited. He's right around the corner.
Yeah, definitely saying.
You're gonna tattoo Astro?
I gotta get a new back spring.
I need both. We just need to swap. I think. Yeah, get your back spring. I don't know if I have an extra.
I got a shop right down the street. I'm gonna go by there tomorrow. I'm like, yo, what's up, guys?
I have.
If not, I'll just order one
parts.
off Amazon. They got them all over.
Yeah.
They're cheap.
Do you guys have cannabis tattoos? I don't yet, and I
was getting a 420 on my wrist, but the guy said he knew what he was doing. But that was my mistake for trusting him in prison.
Wow.
But you see right there?
Coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got that far, and I was like, nope. We're good.
I'm so sorry, DD.
I don't mean to interrupt, but can I interrupt?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're having a weed party, right? She just brought this watch.
Weed party.
This watch. It's just a watch.
You're a pawn shop too?
Yeah.
And this comes out.
Hold on a second.
This is a vape.
Oh, nice.
It's a watch you can start from.
That is so cool.
That is
Fucking
cool.
badass, right?
That's so cool.
This is beautiful.
That is
Oh my
bad.
god. You're not getting this shit back. Start getting it back.
Right? I can get
Is it-
details.
Is it a bowl or a vaporizer?
Fuck a Fitbit watch. I want that.
It's vaporizing
I
the
use it at
liquid.
work all the time.
That's pretty gnarly.
Seeing this white.
I mean, it is black and you're in the dark, but I
It
mean,
takes cartridges.
that don't help.
I know it doesn't. I'm
That's like looking at the
There we
aluminum.
go.
There you
Hold
go.
on.
There you go.
But it does tell time. I'm so concerned.
Okay, smoke it till she takes it away. It tastes so good. I'm gonna
Another
die.
coffee and I'm good.
That's cool.
It does tell the time. I just wanted to say I gotta have one. I don't even care. It's $350. I'm looking this shit up right now. Okay,
What's it
bye.
called?
Thanks for looking.
What is Illuminati? Why are you? The Illuminati are stealing our Shaw's bags, apparently.
That's what they fucking do.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
It's all part of
Sounds
the
about right.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. So who's ready to tell me a joke? You've had time.
Have you noticed how much more we get dab calls than like most
No one
shows?
was even calling for it. Fuck you guys.
I know.
Get it.
I'll be watching other shows. I'll have like one or two. We have them like every 10 minutes.
Yeah, we like to have a good time.
It's decent.
We like to get down
Decently decent.
and have a good time.
It's Friday, so I think it's supposed to be like every 5 minutes.
All
All
right.
right, check it out. Bees.
It's 10
Bees.
minutes, 10
All
seconds.
right, check it out. Tell me. Lay it on me.
All right, so if you have
Where's the dab frog from?
Santa Claus, if you had Santa Claus,
That's a smoking.
a dumb blonde, a smart blonde, and the East Bunny in a circle, and there was a dollar bill in the middle, who would grab it first?
Man, I don't know.
George Bush.
The dumb blonde, because the smart blonde, the Easter Bunny, and Santa Claus are a figment of your imagination.
Whoa!
Okay, someone tell me a joke.
Well, one time, Bees was born.
Zing. That's a good one.
I want to hear a story, Bees, because I looked like maybe, I don't know, 50 episodes prior, and you looked very different.
Yeah.
What? So what was the, maybe you've already talked about it probably, but what was the change?
Well, first I shaved my head because it was getting hot, and I decided, well, it's either my beard or the hair on my head. So then I was like, fuck it. So I shaved my head. And then I moved from somewhere that was cool, temperature-wise, to somewhere that is fucking hot. Like, holy shit. Like, you know, it was like 107 degrees today, for example, you know? And so it had to go too. There was no fucking way. But I'll tell you, so like when I was in my young 20s, I worked at this tire shop called Discount Tire. They have like super strict, you know, like dress code as far as the tire shop goes. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't have facial hair below the top lip. So like you could grow a mustache and get ridiculed by all your coworkers because you look like some child molester, or, you know, nothing at all. Anyways, I stopped working there, right? I stopped working in tires, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm growing a beard. So I just stopped shaving, ended up with like, you know, a bigger beard than G-Bay there, and my hair was like long. I mean, I was like fucking Unabomber, man. And and I had a boss actually say that to me, like, what's with the fucking Unabomber look, dude? And it actually coincided with me like fucking dropping acid for the first time. So I was just like, this is just how it is, man. You know, like I was all woo.
That was
Showing up to like still showing up to work frying a little bit, and like looking out, like looking out across campus and seeing some kid at the college with like a fucking sequin backpack. And it's like fucking 400 yards away, but I fucking see it, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, that's a beautiful backpack. And then go inside and fucking try and do work, but not really, because I'm frying and like just stare at my computer.
Dude, Yolanda, why didn't you mention the actual truth of the matter is, and you were announcing to your people that you are no longer a bear? All right, you basically dropped down to no longer a bear. You're a power bottom.
That's true. But like when I don't, like a beard in northern Wisconsin is fucking necessary. Like when it's 40 below outside, you don't want any skin exposed, right? So like, you know, you grow a fucking beard.
Why would you want to live any place that's that cold?
Really, women or
Brutal, man. Think about this. Winter is the most fucking metal. Like everything must die, encased in fucking ice and fucking, you know, like desolation.
Dude, that's not metal, that's ice.
As metal as it gets, dude. It's as metal as it fucking gets. Plus, I have this like infatuation with Russia, and I felt like that's as close as I'm gonna get to fucking Siberia anytime soon. There you go. There's some story.
It was beautiful. Thank you.
I'll tell you a story that I told earlier today. I fucking was hanging out once upon a time as a young lad. We were fucking in my friends.
She still lives here at 30. What were you, 12?
I was 17, 18. I mean, I was
young lad.
Yeah. And we were in his Tahoe, and we had just gotten the fucking quarter, and we were fucking hotboxing the shit out of it, right? And we had his friend from Ohio. And now this kid from Ohio, he had all sorts of weird slang terms that we didn't know what the, like, I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Like, I grew up out west. Like, so he's like, oh yeah, comes out to the Tahoe and climbs in. He's like, oh yeah, y'all clam bacon in here? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right? I was so confused. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, we're hotboxing, I guess. Yeah. You know, and he's like, oh, and he just started talking. And I like zoned out because I was all high and I got wicked cottonmouth. And there was a Dr. Pepper can in the cup holder. And I was like, hey, dude, hey, Monk. That was the guy's name. Like, can I have a drink of that? And he was like, oh, yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. You know, I'm like, cool. So I fucking grab it and just like take the biggest pull ever. Right? Now, have any of you guys ever chewed tobacco?
I knew that's what you were going to say.
No, just listen. So, you know, when you chew tobacco and you swallow some of the spit and it burns your throat, you know? Okay, so this was like that.
That's why they spit it out.
No, listen. It burned the fuck out of my throat, okay? But it was not poop juice, right? And so I asked him, I was like, have you been dipping? Right? And he was like, what? And I'm like, have you been fucking spitting poop juice in this fucking can? And he was like, no, but I have been ashing in it for like 2.5 weeks. So I just like drank basically an ashtray. But I had wicked cotton.
I would rather drink that than the alternative.
Here's the fucking worst. Yeah, it was better than poop juice for sure. But here's the worst part about it.
Serious alcoholic that says they've never drank a can of cigarette butts like that, and all
right. But that's being drunk where you.
I call bullshit.
Hey, that's punk rock.
I had fucking wicked cotton mouth that I was trying to cure, but instead I just coated my mouth with fucking pure awfulness. You know what that's like, right, Prophet?
Absolutely. And you can't find nothing decent to gargle with at all.
Water just doesn't do the trick anymore.
Pro tip, carry Listerine.
I was fucking thirsty, man. I went for that shit. Like I had no hesitation. I was like, sweet fucking wetness. Cure my fucking cotton mouth. But no, it was
ashes.
Ash water.
71.
Dr. Pepper.
Fucking DP's having an issue getting in and out of this goddamn room. Let's see for the third time.
Flavors. Camel filter wides.
That's rough. But like I said, that's fairly punk rock.
Yeah, definitely hardcore.
You could brag about that at shows. Yeah, man.
Well, at shows, like Caribou said, everybody gets fucking drunk at a party and ends up looking for the beers that still have, you know, beer in them, right? Because everyone else is passed out at that point. And then you find one and you just drink it. and then you spit out the cigarette butts.
I never wanted a beer that bad.
Well, you aren't a
Big
fucking
cheers.
lunatic like me. That's why I don't drink anymore. Is because I can't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. Yeah, Juve knows. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
I can't drink beer. I'm allergic to hops.
I just like things too much. You know what?
I like
I like liquor.
I feel like
Mostly when I just met her. Mostly.
liquor in the front, poker in the back. Hey, Rick, you look real serious, man. Oh, he's leaving.
You scared him, dude. You put him on the spot. He was like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah,
DP, you're muted.
Yeah, DP, you're muted.
I was imitating Uncle Rick.
Oh.
He is telling us some very important stuff that we cannot hear. And
Rick, we can't hear you.
DP is doing a great job imitating him. Right now he's saying we're gonna paint a happy little tree right over here. And if don't you dare tell anybody about this tree, or else I'll come and stab you.
Do you guys think Rick is talking to his dogs, or do you think he's talking
No,
to?
well, he's recounting his day. It went something like this.
Dude, he is contemplating.
The newspaper, and I stepped in a huge pile of horse shit, and that's weird because I haven't had a horse since I was 18. So I started going to all his neighbors and asking his neighbors, "What the fuck? Why is there horse shit everywhere?" So that's what he's been doing all day. Because nobody's found a horse.
And that's
No
why
one's
he's
found the
puzzled
horse?
right now, because he's thinking about where the fuck did this shit come from. Pun intended.
Pondering intently.
Where did I get that shit on my shoe?
Wow.
This is like super interesting, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, Caribou.
People ask why I don't watch the show.
GRT, cheers.
What up, Prophet?
Not much. What are you doing?
I'm chilling out. Smoking a joint right now. We're watching my kid ride her bike around in the little complex area that we live in.
Probably going to be a bit average.
Just picked her up, so
Turn around before them and go up that way.
seemed like a good time to smoke a joint.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah, how's everybody doing tonight?
Okay.
Doing good.
Rick, are you
Uncle Rick's trying to find out why there's horse shit in his yard.
He looks upset.
Man, we had horses once upon a time, and they got fucking, one of them got out of their corral, and fucking, I remember coming out of the front door, and it was just like in the grass, fucking munching away, and it looked up at me.
It didn't kick you in the face?
No, you know what? But I have been bitten in the back by a fucking horse. It like grabbed me and fucking tossed me.
What did you do to that horse?
So we had been feeding it sugar cubes and fucking oats, and then we were leaving. Right? We were like,
oh, it was like
the horse was not done eating the sugar cubes and the oats.
it was like, bitch, you ain't going anywhere.
Pretty much, yeah. It like fucking tossed me to the ground like a.
He was gonna make you his sugar bitch.
My aunt had horses, and like one just did not like me because I just showed the other one's attention, because that one would bite me, and I didn't want to go pet it because it bite me. But every time I go pet the other horses, it try to bite me even more. So I just go play with the cows.
Yeah.
I got fucking stepped on by a horse, ripped my toenail off once. That fucking sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah, man. Think, I wasn't a Clydesdale, but like something like that. A Belgian draft horse, or I don't know what fucking horses, but.
Oh, one of those big ass ones?
Yeah, my buddy's fucking big workhorse on his farm. We go riding them all, and they're all good horse. You can jump on whatever, but I was walking it, and I turned around, and it wasn't done walking for one more step and fucking crunch.
Yep.
Yep.
Dude, I worked with a kid stocking shelves overnight at a grocery store, and he did the same thing, but we were pulling a fucking pallet of rock salt, and it was one of those plastic pallets that has like just the pedestal, right? And he was walking and turned around and was just talking to us, but looking at his phone, and the kid dropped the pallet down, and it fucking blew up his big toe, like popped the end of it like a zit, like it fucking flattened it, dude. It was crazy. And they fixed it, like it fixed it, but just his big toe too. That was the only thing. Yeah, it was his big toe, and it just fucking blew it out the end.
I've lost my big toe to like skateboarding, trying to do kick flips, landing on it wrong, shit like that. Like,
But it never busted him.
but I never been attacked by a horse.
Or no, he was attacked by a pallet.
Or a pallet. I never had a pallet drop on me.
When was it? I think about a year ago, I broke both my pinky toes within like a 3-month fucking period. Yeah. Fucking, what did I do? I tripped on something and came into the bedroom fucking hot, and then took my toe off the side of the bed.
Oh,
man.
Oh, it was like, say my toe was like both fingers are equal to toe. It was like this.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why I don't walk around the house barefoot.
It looked like a
Oh.
thumb. Like, with my toe, like,
Nope. I crack my toe into everything, and I'm like, fuck that. My shoes don't come off until I slide into bed, and the second I slide out, even if I'm going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I put my goddamn sneakers on.
Somebody has a problem with getting out of the shower all wet.
You should fix that. Like,
Dude, my floors are dangerous.
don't take your shoes off that way, but do take your shoes off that way.
Yeah.
Some bullshit.
I just fucking looked it up to make sure. Like 25% of your total amount of bones are in your feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, don't we have like 2,000 and
Yeah, it's like your
something bones?
phalanges or
Yeah, so like 25% of that is just
Are
in
your
feet.
fingers?
I have the X-ray somewhere.
I think the toes are called
starts with a C.
I believe phalanges are like your arms and legs, technically.
It's
no,
fingers and toes.
extremities are arms and legs. Phalanges I know of fingers.
Yeah.
They could be part of the toes too, but I thought there was something else.
There's probably a nurse or someone in the
gotta prove
chat.
me
that can
wrong.
tell us.
No, I'm not proving you wrong.
I'm pretty sure they're toes too.
I think they're toast too. No, I'm going with Kim on this
Life says it's right. I'm right.
It's
2 out of 3.
it's gonna bug me.
Although,
Google that shit.
Phalanges. Fucking, any of you guys pay any attention to that little speed run I did the last couple weeks at all?
The seed run?
Yeah, that one autoflower that I did.
Pickle life.
I caught the beginning. How's it work? How's it going?
Good. I gave a bunch of testers out to a bunch of buddies. My one friend is 5 for 5. The other guy is 3 for 5, I think. I popped, I don't even know how many I got going. I think 6 or 7 going to my 10 anyway. Out of 20. Or no, how many I popped? 15. I've got 15 seeds and I got, I think, 7 going. 6 or 7 anyway. So, yeah, so far so good. Probably got like, I don't know, 250, maybe 300 seeds.
Hey, Rick. Have you figured out where the horse shit came from yet?
Okay, you're gonna have to bring me up to speed on that one there, buddy.
Well, you were either pondering where the horse shit in your yard came from, or the meaning of life.
Yeah. So what happened is you fucking took off your headphones.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "What do you think Rick's talking to his dog?" And then DP was like, "No, he's pondering his day. He's wondering where the big pile of horse shit in his yard came from that he stepped in this morning." And then you got this. You talked for a minute, and then you looked real concerned, and it was perfect. It was perfect. So now I'm just following up to make sure everything's okay and your shoes are clean and what have you.
Yeah, the funny part was you didn't
So-
own a horse, so that confused you. So you asked your neighbors for further information and you realized none of them owned a horse either. So this was really baffling you. from
DP is
what we
quite
could-
So
yeah, DP is quite the minstrel. I mean, he fucking spun a web.
yeah, no, I
Make-
just
make
had
sure.
to take a phone call. That's all. But I got when you said neighbor, I just reminded me. I've got to tell somebody about what's going on in my neighborhood. It's the weirdest thing. Now I live on a call it a dead end street. There's a little bit of a cul-de-sac at the end. You can turn your vehicle around up there. So what happened was fella bought the lot right up at the end of the road, and he brought in an excavator and he started digging away a little bit, and then what had happened was a trailer, like about maybe a 20-foot trailer. My neighbor, I thought it was my neighbor's, and that he had parked it, and he had parked his trailer right up by the road, and then I could see that somebody else was working on it. I thought, well, maybe he hired this guy to work on it, and so he started tearing out part of the trailer and replacing it with 2x4 framing. And then he was ripping out part of the floor and he was replacing that with 2x6 on the floor. And then he would tear out another part of the wall. And then ultimately, what happened was his project went sideways. And he ended up tearing the whole thing right to the frame, right to the deck where the wheels are. Well, I'm finding out the story is this isn't my neighbor's trailer. The trailer belongs to the guy that just bought the lot up at the end of the road. And his plan, I guess, is to live in this thing. He's building it right next to my place, and then they're going to move it up to. They'll move it up to the location. Well, this location, it doesn't have a driveway, doesn't have a septic system, it has nothing. Anyway, I'll try to bring the story to a conclusion here. So I find out that this guy is sleeping in his truck at the end of the road, like right in front of his property. Like he's a homeless. He sleeps in his truck, and I babysit the house across the street from there, and I don't know if he's is he sneaking? Like, where does he poop? These things are, and it's driving me crazy. He's building this thing, and I don't know if it's going to be done before winter sets. I don't know what's going on, man. It's really, really, really.
So for starters, he does have a home. He lives in his truck.
Okay. I guess
for now.
Fair.
I bet you he dug a hole and
Yeah, he
he's
probably
shitting
poops
in
in a
that
bucket.
because he's ready to do some serious outdoor shit to build this house. I mean, let him use your bathroom. That'd be decent.
And this is and then he'd work in his trailer for an hour or two a day, and then about a week and a half went by, and he wasn't working on the trailer at all. I'm trying to find a picture, and so
I worked with a guy who lived in a fucking trailer in his brother's backyard. He didn't have a bathroom in there, and he was the first person to work every morning. He was waiting for me to unlock the door so we could run in and take a shit.
That's kind of what he's and I think the reason that he's
Hold on, Rick. Let me spotlight you. All right, guys.
Okay, so I think the reason that he is doing this is because you don't need a building permit if it's on wheels. And that was the whole, he's trying to beat the system by building this thing on wheels.
Clever.
Well, yeah, but it's and oh, so then yeah, so I'm talking a bit to the neighbor here about what's going on here, man, and he said that the guy got sick, and so that's why he wasn't working on his trailer, and but he's still living in his truck. And he said, well, he thought maybe he got food poisoning or something. And I thought, well, geez, food poisoning is going to last, maybe a couple of days or so, but not 2 weeks. But I don't know. The whole thing is just too weird for me, man.
Is he disrupting a lot of stuff? Is he like causing problems? Like,
no, not really. I guess so. Yeah, I guess I need more
he
things
starts
to.
fucking with shit. You know what I mean?
Your easiest
if he's just hiding out from the paying fucking taxes for a little while, whatever.
Yeah, he's probably just trying to build himself one of those little homes. But the easiest solution,
sometimes, you know what I mean?
Your easiest solution to this, Rick, is probably just walking up to him and introducing yourself and asking him what the fuck's going on.
100%.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Mental challenge to yourself because you don't know the guy's backstory. Maybe he left for 2 weeks because his sister was getting married.
Yeah.
And he was gone. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I haven't introduced myself to him, so I'm gonna have to do that.
Maybe he's waiting. For a shipment of materials that are on back order for fucking 2 weeks. Nobody knows. You're just making a bunch of conclusions, and he doesn't know that if he doesn't even know he's bothering someone if he is bothering someone.
Maybe
so by confronting him, it's not on a negative term. It's welcome to the neighborhood. Well, do you need a fucking tarp? Screwdriver? A shovel? A fucking roll of toilet paper? And then bust out conversation, and before you know it, you'll have all your answers solved, and then by this time next Friday, you'll let us know.
Okay, I promise you, I will.
Do you have like regulations where if you buy land, you have to have something kind of built on it to keep it? Is there anything like that going on over there? Because sometimes you got to kind of, plop yourself in the land you purchase to maintain shit or to, make it seem like you own it. I mean, I don't know how it is in Canada or in other states.
No, there's no issues like
okay,
that
so
here.
He's not just building something to say like, okay, this property is occupied.
Hey, you know what? There are some tax benefits, or if you like you say, if your property is bare land, or if it's a residence or something, there are tax breaks for that kind of stuff. But I don't think that's what it's.
I mean, he's down to building the shit on wheels. So I mean, it seems like he's taking whatever shortcuts he can.
And I'm jumping to conclusions there too. I mean, okay, I don't know much about construction, but I do know that you got to start with foundation. I mean, he's going to build a structure and then he's going to move it over to this other lot, and it'll probably fall apart on the way over. The construction is really strange. I don't know if he really. It's all weird. I'll take a picture, another picture, and I'm going to introduce myself, and I'll give you a full report next Friday.
Maybe he's building bombs for elected officials. That would be cool too.
Not in that building.
Yeah. I need more things to, amuse my life, I guess.
That tiny home shit's very popular nowadays. So he might just be waiting for a driveway to be carved out, maybe some electricity he could plug into, and some sewage he could plug into while he builds that. These tiny houses they build are meant to be trailered. That way you could go to an RV park or a trailer park and be there for a legal allotment of time because it's on wheels, and then you could just trailer it somewhere else. or leave it stationary somewhere and bypass some kind of permitting or laws, or dude, you never know. Maybe he's there to grow like freaking 10 acres of bud.
Yeah, so that's his property right there, and that's his excavator. And then normally his truck is parked right here where he's sleeping. But the property is so sloped, and he's got that excavator parked like on the cul-de-sac, like, so you know you can't even turn around out there now. But and then his property is so sloped, it just goes straight off. And where he's been digging there a little bit, that's still that's not his property.
Next,
you know.
Detroit River Rat in chat has a fantastic idea. Next week, have him on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right.
Hear it right from the horse's mouth.
We'll be BFFs.
Probably be the most interesting one on here, dude.
Seriously, I'm sure he's got a
BFFs
story
by
to
then.
tell. I'll bet you he's only got like 8 fingers.
No. 2 broken toes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, cut it out.
So I know it's Friday, but can we take a look at a little bit at my list here? Give me a hand.
No, what's it a list of?
Is it a shit list?
Well, just stuff that you know, topics or questions or you know, myths maybe. Like, okay, I got a couple of questions here, and I don't even know if any of it.
On a Friday?
Let's hear it. Yeah, right.
Okay. This question is I gotta figure out the wording here, but okay. What I'm curious about is when you water a plant, okay, how like what is the question? Like, does it immediately start to take up the nutrients? And would they uptake them more just on a fresh watering, or would they take up the nutrients over a period of time? Nobody wants to touch that one.
Go ahead, G-Bag.
It's like, are you organic or are you synthetic? Synthetic, what they call chelated, right? It's bioavailable right away. With organic, it's all got to break down and shit. So.
Yeah, no, I'm talking synthetic.
No, then
In
yeah,
soil or cocoa. Okay, so
as long as there's moisture and it's pH water, I believe you could take it up, right? Correct.
It would make sense as long as it's there. It would be taken.
Yeah, as long as it's there and it's not dried out, you know, and it's pH'd, you could take in the nutrients.
So
yeah, go back to Smiley. Smiley, are you still in the chat? Come save us.
Oh, I got. No,
Oh, he's gonna sound real technical. Oh yeah, and then I can make it sound real stupid. It'll be great.
No, you were bang on. And the pH is in the correct range, and there's.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so say if you water at a certain time, okay, would the plant be taking up more nutrients, say within the first half hour, or would it take up less nutrients after an hour of that watering?
Well, time is kind of a factor, I believe. So like, I've always been one of those people that I don't water my plants right when I kick the lights on. I usually wait like 2 hours for them to wake up and shit. Then I hit them with the water and feed them, and then freaking, you know, I used to try not to feed them anywhere too close to nighttime, but that doesn't really even matter because I've been butt chugging it. So, you know, if it's still there, it's still there. And then by the time morning comes around, whatever was in the dish is gone, and I just refilled the dish. So in cocoa, you can't really overwater in cocoa. So, I mean, that is kind of a benefit.
Are you asking because you're trying to switch between like nutrient laced water and just your RO water, Rick, or your well or whatever it is? Is that why why you thought of this question?
Yeah,
Or is
plus you
that,
also use RO water, which is a little different than what I'm doing.
like, I just
Yeah.
feel like why that would be. I mean, I wonder myself.
Okay. Well,
Is it because you
obvious.
because your sprayers go for so long, or is that? I mean, but I mean, like, obviously,
Well,
if you're using synthetic nutrients, they cost money, so you might not want to use that all the time to water. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm fucking novice. I'm just asking
yeah.
questions.
Well, no, I'll tell you why the question, why I was thinking about it. Right now, my lights go from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and I'm watering at 7:30, 10:30, 1:30, and 4:30. And I want to add some. Well, I just went ahead and did it tonight, but I want to I like to give it a weekly shot of recharge. And I was just wondering, my thought process was, okay, if I'm watering already at every 3 hour or every 3 hours, when should I, because I don't run my recharge through through my watering system. I have a separate reservoir. So when would be the optimal time for me to put in the recharge? And I was thinking maybe, well, today what I did, I did it about
Well,
5:15.
those types of microbes help you uptake a lot of nutrients and stuff, right? Like that's purpose is for the root system and the mycorrhizae and everything, and so it's just aiding the uptake of the nutrients in the root zone. So I figure if you give it the shot of recharge for the first feeding in the morning and then or your first watering in the morning, that would stimulate the roots for your next watering. If you hit it with some nutrients, it probably suck those right up. I think. I don't know.
You got a doser, right? Was it you?
A doser?
Yeah, like so I don't know. I know Rods knows what I'm talking, or 40 Acres knows what I'm talking about. Like they make them in the aquarium trade. They're just like, and for a dishwasher, for example, in like a kitchen, they're just little pumps that you can like auto dose. For example, fertilizer for See, he's got one right there. You can dose different liquids, so you could set it to mix up your recharge, and then you could just have that, you could switch that to on, and it would just pump through the lines into the water and be added at that time.
Yeah, I don't want to put that through my my irrigation system because it'll plug
water it?
It'll plug. Yeah. It'll plug the lines. So yeah, I've got a separate reservoir, and I hand water when I'm doing anything like recharge specifically. That's
I think you should divide your weekly ratio into almost a daily regimen. How good are those microbes and your salts? They're not gonna be there fucking 3 days later.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that as well. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it was Chad that said he doesn't use microbes because he grows in salts, and he's giving the plant everything that they need
to grow and survive
every time he waters. I'm sorry.
It doesn't need the microbes to give it its nutrients. You're the fucking microbe. No, you're feeding it. You're telling the plant when it needs it. You're like, here, take this shit.
Right.
I'm sure it'll help it, trigger it or however that works. But I can't see a weekly regimen being consistent with microbes and salts. Once a day feeding, the morning one, like DP was saying, just to get them activated and going, just divide your regimen up into 7 days,
Yeah.
I do it every 3 days and, give it a little trial sample, take some notes, see if you see a difference. You testing your runoff?
No, I don't. I haven't been. and I should be.
Yeah, because you might be able to cut down on some of your nutrients if they're not uptaking them all. You know, or if you start adding microbes, if you're adding microbes daily and you see that your runoff is much lower, that they're uptaking those salts and those nutrients and shit. You know. I don't know. I'm just a gardener.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the
well, it transfers over well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, your bananas and mangoes prove it all, man.
The aquarium, my old aquarium business ties into a lot. This is a calcium, alkalinity, magnesium. This is all aquarium shit. You know.
So Shredder says, put a plant in a bucket of nutrient water and check the EC hourly if you want to know. That makes a lot of sense.
How much it's uptaken?
Listen, if you don't mind, I'd like to do a little bit of a dive on EC. You just mentioned it, and Shredder mentioned it in chat here. Like, I guess the first question would be what is EC and what is total dissolved solids?
Electric current, I thought, or something like that.
Yeah,
conduity. Yep. Right.
Electrical
continuity.
That's close. That is close. But I was doing a little bit of homework on that, and because the line of nutrients that I'm using now, their instructions are all in EC, and I didn't, and oh shit, now I've got to convert it. But I just got a new pen, and I think I've got EC on this thing, but it doesn't say EC. It says
TDS.
No. Okay, one is got TDS. The other one says US /CM, and I don't know. It's a little confusing.
The TDS is total dissolved solids. I'm not sure what the other one is. I've never heard of that one.
The EC?
No, the other one.
The US/CM. And
yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, because that's what shows up on this pen. It says somewhere in the instructions that it measures conductivity. That's the word, electrical conductivity. But when I go through the modes, it doesn't say EC, and it says TDS, but it doesn't say EC. It says that, and then doing some research online, I was learning more about US/CM, but the numbers don't line up like EC. I think the formula for EC is something like you take your EC, which, by the way,
so there's two scales. There's 500 and 700 as well. So that makes it problematic in itself. The Europeans and the Americans use two different scales of EC. 500 and 700 scale. So those it just confuses the fuck out of everybody.
Well, yeah, no shit. Hey, good to see you, man.
Hey, Ganja. I love your photo that you got there, your background.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
What was I gonna?
And TDS, is that's the same thing as ppm, right? Or am I wrong?
That you're correct.
A measurement scale.
Okay.
It's just a way of measuring.
Okay, so now between TDS and EC, the EC measurement is more accurate, because if this is from what I've been reading, I can stand corrected, but if you were to do a a proper measurement of TDS, what you would have to do is figure out how much sodium is in the water, how much potassium, how much magnesium in a percentage, and then you would add them all together, and that would give you the TDS. So the EC is a more accurate measure, and then like you were saying, Eric, Ganja, yeah, then there's a 500 and a 700. So those scales they're approximate. The EC is an accurate measurement. The TDS is approximate or something. Now I'm totally confused.
Well, Day Natural says EC always the same ppms is just another way to measure that has two scales.
Yeah, yeah. So what I was trying to do with this nutrient line is just try to follow it, as best I can. And but I was getting confused with because their instructions are in EC, and I'm trying to convert to TDS, where I should get a EC, a proper EC measurement. So I'm just going to go get I'm going to, oh, no, that'll work. I'm going to go get some water.
I'm going to go get coffee, so it's on you guys for a minute.
So who all in here does all organic, like living soils or water only soils? Or
Well, I've been running. I ran salts my first 2 and then went to organics, and I've been loving it since.
Yeah, I prefer it too. I haven't dialed it in yet. I think I have it dialed in when I have a large enough pot. So I was just, again, going back to that topic of pot sizes.
Yeah, I recently transferred one into a 20 gal, and it's loving it. Yeah, I mean, that thing's loving it. Yeah. It's been vegging forever, and it was ready for some new shoes. So I threw it in that thing, and it just took off, man.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because, like, the indoor tent, the design of them doesn't really allow for that, really. Like, if I had a 10 by 10, okay, now we're talking. But 4x4s, 4x8s, soon you start getting into 15-gallon pots, right?
Yeah, I had it in my 3x3 with a bunch of other stuff, and I was like, well, that's not going to work at all. So I took the 3x3 down, took the clothes out of the closet.
Yeah, I might try the 3x3 bed.
Yeah, I was talking to Fluff about that. That'd be so cool, like a 3x3 no-till bed.
If I do two 3x3 in this 4x10 back there,
do it.
Do it with the one light above each bed, and then maybe put 4 autoflowers, one in each corner of the 3x3 bed. But that might get. We'll see.
You could do that, and maybe, yeah, you could do that easy. Fucking 3x3 with some autos, that'd be nice. I was gonna convert my 2x4 into a no-till, but
when I was on the show with Chad Westport there, the Perfectly Imperfect Grow Show or whatever, Soup the Gardener was on there, and he had some, and he had it set up on caster wheel too, so we could move them all around. It was real nice.
Oh yeah. I zoned out for a second. Man, I'll tell you what, that bong grip got me stuck.
Oh, when you hit that, I seen you leave the screen through your picture for a sec.
Holy shit, dude! I about went through the wall to my neighbor's crib from the force of it just coming straight back out of my lungs. That thing was rough. Cheers. Friday night.
That's awesome. Okay.
It's a rather quiet Friday night.
Yeah, we're all chill.
Yeah, everybody's just fucking chilling and relaxing right now, right?
Yep.
Chilling. I'm going on a ride with Ganja Grower. Cheers, bro.
Hell
Been a
yeah.
long week, bro. I'm tired, man. So I usually got a bunch of shit to talk about, but I'm dragging ass.
How's the rentals going there, 40?
I'm about done. I got like maybe like 10, 15 feet of floorboard, a baseboard to nail up. I just ran out of nails for my nail gun, so I had some other errands to run, so I didn't stop to get them. But in the morning, I'll pick up some nails. I'll go back out there, clean up some of the furniture that's there. I'm waiting on some slat walls to arrive with the shelves and the support hooks, and that's about it. Maybe just buy some anchors and just start getting all the basics, cleaning supplies, toiletry, shit, for a little refrigerator, TV, and all that shit. Alarm company went out there the other day. The internet and telephone company went out there the other day. I'm waiting for my insurance company to tell me my policies and status so I can start putting inventory in there, start receiving it into the point of sale, and then having it there in the cabinets and just ready to have it put up on the walls when the slat board gets there and the shelves get there. And that's about it. Waiting for one or two of my licenses to be active. My resale license here for Florida and my tobacco license I already applied for. And once those are active, I'll be legal.
Right on. And so will you be doing anything? Oh, you're in a mall? You're in a mall.
Center. It's not an enclosed mall, it's a shopping center. I'm like right on the road.
So will you be doing anything in the way of advertising your new location or?
So I always put up a big light box, like a store box, with my name up on the top of the building. I make sure the marquee, the main entrance, has a signage, and I have a space on there for mine. And whatever the county allows me to do, if I could put a 30-day banner, because they won't let you keep a banner out there permanently, but I could probably put one for 30 days saying, grand opening and, a flag or two out there. And I'm not big on the flyers and shit, because what happens is the person that gets that direct mailer might not be our customer, and somebody else in the house might be, but the person that got the mail doesn't know that and just throws it away. So we like to advertise more at events and food trucks that are going to. There's a food truck out here that does infused catering, CBD and hemp related, blah blah blah. So his audience are directly our customers. So it would be more effective for me to do an event with him that all the people that he attracts are our direct customers, as opposed to me sending out 5,000 flyers to houses that some people, have no idea or don't give a fuck about this, so it's a waste of money. So yeah, we definitely do, and the neighborhood's so damn busy, dude. In that little area right there, shopping center's got two bakeries and a big Family Dollar store. So the Family Dollar alone just brings in so much foot traffic, and the bakeries just brings in so much foot traffic. From like 6 o'clock in the morning, those guys are out there freaking getting coffee and smoking their cigarettes and shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it wasn't the location I was looking for. The landlord is a customer of ours already at my current location, so he already knows what we're all about, which is half the battle. No G.I. Joe jokes, Bees. I know you're dying and fucking, fucking. So he's like, yo, my mom and I own the shopping center. I think you'd be a perfect fit. So, and then like I said, half the time the owners don't want to smoke shop in their shopping center, or there's a clause with their main anchor that doesn't want that kind of store there, or whatever the fuck reason may be. So as soon as he said that, I'm like, damn. And one of the main things is having a cool landlord. You don't want to have to deal with some freaking prick all the time. Yeah. And this guy was super cool, and he gave me a great deal. And since I told him this wasn't the location I primarily would pick, so he pretty much gave me like a 6-month trial. He's like, dude, you know, I'm almost so positive you guys are gonna do great here that you can walk away in 6 months. We'll do a lease with an option for you to walk away in 6 months, and after 6 months, you reevaluate. I usually do like 9-year, 10-year leases. Like my store now has a 9-year lease, you know. So I was like, shit, if it don't work out, I'll just grab all my inventory, my furniture. The only thing I lose out is my flooring, my paint, and my labor, you know. So
Yeah.
I think we're gonna kill it there. We've already been talking to some of the locals that work in that shopping center. There's a big it's called New Jersey Auto Part. So it's a huge auto parts store that sells auto parts, you know, and the clientele is all day long, you know, because they sell wholesale to the public and shit.
Cool.
So yeah. Hold on, man. I gotta let my dog in or out in a second.
So I'll have to tell him when he comes back.
I'm listening, man. I just gotta run to the back door.
So I went into my local smoke shop, and because the other day we had been talking, you know, about how the use of the word bong in a smoke shop, you know, how anytime you go into a smoke shop, they're like, well, you can't say that fucking word or they'll fucking kick you out, right? And 40 Acres was saying, you know, he's never had anyone come and fucking enforce anything about anything. Right? I mean, so I went into the smoke
what's the name
shop.
of that? What's the name of the department that's gonna whip out this badge and
That's
say,
what,
hey, we're here to
yeah.
enforce?
Right. So I've like have that fresh in my mind. I just walk in, and I mean, I don't go into a smoke shop enough to like even think about that. Right.
Nobody
So,
does.
yeah.
Nobody
Anyway,
does.
I look over, and they like the time before I'd been there, their selection was just, it was, you know, like picked clean, right? So they had gotten a new shipment in, obviously, and I'm like, wow, you got a lot of new cool bong. You know, I start to say bong, and the lady from fucking across the store is like, water pipe, like yells at me and almost fucking jumps over the counter to like take me out, you know, and I'm like, you know,
was her name tag fucking Karen?
It should have been, dude. It was either that or like Tracy. I can't remember.
Fucking Karen. That's never gonna be an owner, man. That's like always an employee just to
you can tell
find
too.
Find a way not to sell you something. He's still gonna get paid his hourly rate. You're like, oh, he said bong, I can't sell you nothing. You know, that's if they acknowledge they heard you. Because I could be in conversation with somebody and you say something and maybe I didn't hear you even say bong. I never noticed you even said it. If I acknowledge you that I heard you say it is when you're supposed to be in the wrong. And then you could come back at the next person's shift or the next day. It's a 24-hour mandate. But where's the fucking where's the statute? The criminal statute that explains this to me. You know, that shit doesn't exist. Like right now they say that all the vape and all the vape stuff is 21 and older, but the statute that you could get incriminated for is only for 18. So there's no statute that's been designed yet for Florida, at least, that says, hey, look, you've committed this crime. Here's the Florida statute saying that you served to someone under 21, because the law that's written right now only says up to 18 and over. So
the plot thickens.
I just say glass piece.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm like, let me see that piece, or even just piece. Let me see that piece. Let me see that piece.
I just said it like as a generalization, as you know, like the whole wall was full again, and it was like, well, you got a lot of nice bongs because that's fucking what they were, right? I mean, what?
Well, I blame actually today's culture because everybody's calling it a piece or whatever, or a rig or this or that, fucking. So the word piece just comes out. I haven't heard the word, really bong in a long time.
Nobody comes in looking for a dabbing bong. That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's all, I want a dabbing rig. You know, a dab rig.
I feel like a rig to me is something you have to like put together.
Well,
I mean,
rig to me is something completely fucking different.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, when I got back into, like, when I started smoking and they're calling everything a rig, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of weird. Thanks,
You're
guys.
fucking old, dude. You're old.
Hey, man, right to me with a syringe.
Yeah, so if you're down here in South Florida, and you need a freaking say bong, man, feel free to walk into my shop and just bong it up.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just so out of touch. I need to learn the new fucking.
I want to know what ganja grow is on. Is he on a bike?
That's got to be like a
fucking
virtual
electric. He's on an electric shit.
He's on a skateboard. You just see him do a couple of kick flips and fucking pop shovels.
I mean,
Isn't it
I
like
spaced out, so no clue what
It's like an
happens
electric skateboard scooter type thing, isn't it?
It's obviously before COVID because that chick wasn't afraid of him.
You were on that the other night on fucking the other show.
That's the virtual map on my fucking treadmill, dude.
This is
Yeah.
right. This is
that the Peloton? Is that the Peloton? Are we getting a preview?
Yeah.
Work out with birds. Keep your bongs close.
All right, I'm tired.
Where are you, Ganja? Where are you taking us? Yeah.
This is Beverly right here. Actually, I'm just uploading right now today's footage from today's ride. I went out to I just kind of try to just keep getting footage in all the different neighborhoods wherever I'm riding.
You do ride like an electric something, right?
Yeah, I got that. That's pretty much what I ride all the time. Yeah.
Is it a bicycle or what is it? Exactly?
Yeah, it's an e-bike. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Right on.
Yeah, it's specialized Como. Specialized.
You're just working.
Did you just go buy a cop?
Right? You're not on that shit right now.
This is actually from last week, but yeah, I've got footage from today. But yeah, no, this is just GoPro footage, just stock on my handlebar.
Well, it's electric anyway, so it wouldn't be like you're out of breath, regardless.
Exactly. It's totally cheating, especially if you're in Florida.
Shit. You still be out of breath, bro.
There's no hills in Florida. Here, I got some serious hills. That's the reason why I like it. Is like you can cover some ground. The points, anywhere like coastal around here can be really rocky. Like Rockport, Gloucester, our towns around me are really rocky, and you can have to deal with some serious hills. It'll wear you out fast. You might think 5 miles isn't bad, but when you're going up and down the whole time, it's painful, especially when you get old.
Just like life. That was a great fucking metaphor for life there.
Dad frog.
That frog is.
I heard that.
I think if I
cheers, guys.
I have to tuck my in, dude.
Hey guys, it's Dad Frog time. I want to introduce a good friend of ours. So here's my friend Kristen. She lives across the way from us, and I've been doing dabs with her for the last little while. So
hold on a second. Hold on. Let me spotlight you.
Oh,
go ahead.
There we are. Spotlights. Eh? Yeah.
Oh, hi.
So this is my neighbor Kristen. She's awesome. She actually works at a dispensary, so I'm jealous of her. She's awesome. And we're gonna get effed up.
Cheers.
That's a good.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, man. That's a good friend to have for sure.
Gotta have love for the neighbors.
Yeah. No, I'm down as fuck, but that makes a big difference also, dude. Having good neighbors, man. Not having to freaking be worried about some dickhead outside when you get home. You gotta roll your eyes because you don't even want to see or talk to this idiot.
I love my neighbors.
Mine are super cool. Since I grow everything in my yards, all my neighbors. One side of my neighbors got ackee and avocado, plus their regular garden, those big trees, and then the other side he's got a big mango tree and another avocado tree. So I don't need to plant those, but I plant everything else in between. So I give them bananas, I give them honey, different roots that I grow, and my neighbors across the street. So we're all down. It's pretty cool. The guys across the street do a food co-op delivery shit every Wednesday. So all the excess stuff, she calls me up. She asks me if I want. You know, since I'm just a one-man show, it doesn't take a lot. So she always gets like these different mixed eggs, you know, like blue and green, white, brown, a whole different batch. Pretty cool. Especially for the city folk. Yeah.
Hey, ganja grower. If you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
Fuck.
An ostrich. So you can put the like 3 GoPros on the neck of that shit.
That's a good question. I think I'd have to come. I think I gotta go for a whale. Sperm whale.
Nice.
I want to battle
Nice.
squid in the deep.
Awesome. That's great. I love it. I don't know. See,
People say when they use
What
a
about
turd
you,
scraper
Beezer?
and don't clean it.
I don't know, man. There's so many animals. It's hard to choose, right?
Right.
It always, I don't know. It always comes back to a blue whale, though. I think blue whales are cool.
That would be the most majestic, right? That thing is beastly.
Yeah. Like, I can't even imagine how big it is, really. Like, I've been to SeaWorld, you know, when I was like fucking years ago, and to see a killer whale was like, I mean, it's like the size of a fucking bus, right? So I can't even imagine, and that's like a fucking, you know, puny little thing compared to like a blue whale, like a sperm whale, fucking massive thing too, dude. Like, I can't even imagine how, you know, really. I
Well,
haven't
a
seen
killer
it.
whale is actually a dolphin.
Well, I know, but it's, you know,
It's
they're
still
all
big,
like,
yeah.
what are they? Celicin, I believe, is what the order would be. Something
Yeah.
like that. Anyway,
You
you know,
guys
they're
always
all,
shooting for the big whales, huh? There's been a lot of you guys that have picked the big whale.
it's the ocean, man. It's like the unknown.
I'm like, I want to be like a jaguar, something that usually attacks humans, don't mind the taste of devouring them. I don't know why.
Does anybody choose the Galapagos tortoise or some other long-living?
Yes, actually, was it red or?
He chose a turtle of some
Yeah,
tortoise of some sort, I think.
yeah, he did. I believe he was the one that possibly wanted to be the long-living tortoise.
Fucking immortal and shit.
Yeah, well, live as long as you can.
If you want to live as long as you can, come back as like
Dude, if I was
a
gonna
simple worm. They just resurrected a bunch of worms. They were like millions of years old.
See, what would be sad is if you're a turtle and then you get caught up in like some plastic netting.
But is that the life you want to live? A fucking worm?
I don't know.
You know? Do you want to live the fucking life of a worm for eternity, or do you want to live like 3 months of a freaking
That
super
would
rock
be hell.
star or some crazy shit, you know?
I don't know, man. If I was gonna have to like live a long period, I think I'd be like a tick.
I'll take this guy,
Yeah,
bro.
just fucking sit and wait for someone to brush by, and then fucking
Some swamp ass to fucking.
A parasite. You want to be a parasitic creature.
Ticks they can go like 10 years without eating.
Lord.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking crazy? And then they just drop out of a tree, like onto a deer or a person or whatever. And
Fun
then
fact.
back to it, dude.
Oh, shit. No.
That's classic.
Plus, they grow to like 8 times their size.
I mean, I wouldn't mind being a honey badger because they don't give a fuck.
They don't. You're right.
Like a honey badger is gangsta.
Program a while ago. It's good shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. See, there's a lot of cool fucking animals.
Yeah, I mean, even a jackal, like they have like I believe the strongest bite out there, but they're only like strong in packs, but realistically, pound for pound, they're pretty powerful.
I want to be like one of those little sugar glider things.
I was thinking that Dude, I swear to God, like before I said that, I was like, if I could be something cute, it would be a sugar glider.
That'd be so cool.
I mean, it all depends on where you would be living too.
Yeah.
You know,
If you're
Like,
stuck in a
if I
cage,
was-
that's kind of pointless.
right?
Oh, it depends what kind of cage.
I mean, if you're just like the showpiece that
It
somebody
could
got.
be- the cage could be somebody's like palace.
I would say if it's a cage, it's
everywhere,
definitely
eat
too
whatever you
small.
want.
There's a
Yeah,
breeder
if we're
of
talking
bush
cage,
babies
we're
in
talking, confined.
You're like the fucking circus sugar glider, bro, that walks out for the penny from the crowd.
Yeah. Watch him jump from here to here. Ding.
Yeah. You throw it. We had one out here
Take
that
back the leash real
penny.
quick.
He would
And
throw
then you
you.
bite the shit
They
out
had
of your
one out
hand.
here that there was the little monkey, right? And they dressed him with a little top hat and put him on the leash, and he'd go out there and get money from the people watching. And if you give him a penny, he'd walk like halfway back and then like chuck it back.
Dude, watch.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Take your penny." Oh shit.
Hey, those monkeys, man. We had one at a pet store when I was growing up. He was an asshole. He'd like act like he wanted you to come and like feed him or whatever, and then he tried to bite the shit out of your fingers.
I knew this lady who like was a housekeeper, and she would go clean this handicapped lady's house, and this handicapped lady had a fucking monkey that was like her, helper. Like it would do shit for her, like turn lights on and stuff like that. But like it had built this relationship with this handicapped lady to where it was like if you weren't in the fucking pack, like you were the enemy, and literally you got shit thrown at you. I mean,
Oh my god, my family was victimized by monkeys as well.
Yeah,
this is fucked up.
And she like she hated going over there. Like she would come when I was working at a fucking gas station. And this lady would come in every morning and get her coffee and just tell me how she fucking dreaded going to this lady's house because this fucking monkey would like jump on her and fucking pull her hair and throw shit at her and just terrorize her the whole time she was there. So I'd probably be a monkey.
They stole my mom's pocketbook, terrorized us, and threw shit everywhere.
Yeah, dude, monkeys don't fuck around.
They don't fuck around, dude.
Plus, they're like built out of wood, man.
You think they're not strong, dude, but their fucking arms are like fucking. They just like they're only like 40 pounds, but they have the power of like a full like an adult male. Seriously.
What's this?
Any monkey.
A monkey, a little monkey.
Primate.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I used to watch that chimpanzee fucking
It'll drop you to the floor like nothing.
Yeah, my uncle told me this fucked up story. All right, so this is back when he was young, and figure 8, 9 years old, and like the circus was traveling through the town, and there was this monkey, and they would take these Coke cans and they would shake the shit out of them up, right, and then throw them into the cage. The monkey would take the thing, put the can between his legs, spin it around, pop it open, and spray him in the face. He'd fucking freak out or whatever, blah, blah. And then, like, everybody kept doing this, and he would do this over and over. So my uncle was fucking shaking onto this can for, 15 minutes. He throws it, and it comes up short of the cage by a few feet. And, he was determined. He said, fuck that. I've been shaking this can for so long that I'm getting this in the cage. So he goes over, and the monkey was reaching, and it looked like he couldn't reach the fucking thing by like a foot or whatever. So my uncle hopped over to the small fence, and he grabbed the fucking can. And the next thing you know, the monkey had him by the fucking hair and started pulling his head into the goddamn cage, dude. And my fucking uncle sitting here trying to punch his fist and shit, dude. It was nuts, man. I was like, wow, you almost had your head bashed in by a fucking chimpanzee, you dumbass. Over a Coke can. But yeah, they're vicious and very strong. And an orangutan is even stronger, dude. Those things are fucking real strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where Buds is. But
I was hooked on those fucking 2 shows that came on, fucking Chip Eden and Orangutan Island, and fucking when you watch an orangutan picking up pretty much a tree with one hand, and it takes 6, 7 men to actually lift it off the fucking ground and get it out. You kind of get a perspective. Is that your urine? DP, are you shaking your urine around?
Yeah, it's healthy. You gotta drink some every once in a while.
It was actually hisn.
There's urine therapy. People with cancer actually do it. So I mean, you never know. I hear it's healthy.
Bees, what'd you say?
It's not urine. It was actually hisn, but you're drinking it. So
Is that jism or jism or hism?
Hism. Yeah, it wasn't DP's urine. It was like urine. Never mind. It's gone too far.
I'm pretty sure that was jism on hism.
I'm doing Eagle's trick. I'm taking all my empties, my empty dab jars that have like all the residue and shit. I'm just putting them in a mason jar full of Everclear. It's all the residual.
Pro tip: heard it here first from Eagle Gardens to 71 DPO.
Cheers.
Now to all of you, nice people. I don't know. I might be like a toucan. They're pretty cool.
A toucan, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got a weird fucking beak, man.
Yeah, but an African gray's got more intelligence and the ability to communicate.
Yeah, but
look, if I'm trying to be an animal, I do not want to be smart. I don't want to have to do shit that I gotta do as a
exactly.
human.
I want to look for
taken care of by something else and just live a good fucking life. And like, that's why a whale would be dope, because you just like everywhere, all over the ocean. It doesn't matter. Like you're a big ass whale chilling.
Dude, be a sloth. If you're a sloth, you don't gotta do shit.
They smell really bad though.
I'd like that matters when you're a sloth.
They have really sensitive noses. That's why they're not like social animals. They smell each other and like, I don't know.
I don't even think they got any real major predators.
You obviously never tasted a sloth.
Huh?
I mean, I'm sure anything would.
Have never tasted a sloth? Then I know.
Well, no, I'm saying like there isn't any particular animal I don't believe that actually like it's like I like sloth on the menu.
I don't think there's.
You know what's pretty bad? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Have you ever seen the sea otters? The big sea otters, or even a sea lion, but the sea otters can be freaking really badass pound for pound. They're like a fucking honey badger of the sea. Fucking pound for pound.
They are
you fucking run into a fucking sea lion than a fucking
The sea otter also has the densest fur of any animal on Earth.
And they're just fucking cool. They look cool. They just sit there like on their back and shit. You know what I mean? Playing with shit. But they're huge. I didn't know how big they get.
Yeah, and they have like fucking hyena teeth, dude.
Holy fuck. Did you know a platypus has like these barbs on its back feet? And it's supposed to be one of the most painful things in the world to get stung by.
They also
it's actually venomous.
It's so fucking cute. Yeah.
So in North America, there's the shrew.
Venomous.
There's the shrew, which is also venomous. Similar actual thing as that platypus, actually. The platypus just has genes from everywhere. It's such a fucking interesting anomaly, you know?
Yeah, it's a freak show.
Yeah, it's that recessive freak show. I love it.
I wanted to see it on that show, Kings of Pain. Because they did that show where they all did, that might not be the name of it, but where they get like bit by all the painful shit. Anybody else seen that?
Yeah.
Like I've seen a few episodes. They usually start off with those fire ants that they gotta wear gloves.
I mean,
no, but I have watched fucking Coyote Peterson on YouTube.
My cat's drinking out of the fish.
I'm gonna deal with that kind of pain. It's gonna be either a tattoo or to remove some back hair.
Speaking of
I
sea
remember I had to
creatures,
remove a lot of back hair to do a tattoo one day. Like, dude had straight up a fucking rug back there, and I had to it was intense. It was intense.
I could show you a picture right now. This dude was like, he had to be full-blooded Sicilian, and like he got his left shoulder done, and it's fucking. You can see the square I fucking shaved out of it to do the tattoo. It's insane. And I never shaved anybody like I went through like 4 razor blades, dude. I should fucking grab it. It's like right in my room.
They
I
don't
should
call me Shrub for nothing.
actually hold on. I'll actually get it. It's fucking hilarious.
That's always my favorite when you're like looking through a tattoo artist's fucking portfolio and you see that dude who's just like looks like he's wearing a sweater, but he's not. He's just a fucking hairy person, like Robin Williams. And then he has a fucking like just a little little pad or shape.
Prophet, you're the biggest dick in the world for not muting that.
Yep.
Biggest dick in the world for what?
Not muting your
What could you hear?
room.
Was my dog snoring?
Everything that's going on in the background.
Whatever.
Wow, it's actually kind of quiet. I assume.
It's weird. I'm sure. It's just an echo, and I'm sure it picks it up. Hey, Rick, what's up? You look deep in thought, buddy. Tell me what's going on. What's going through your noggin?
No, I'm just want to check out this picture that Prophet's bringing to us.
Don't let us down, Prophet. We're all excited.
Nope, there it is.
To see this hairy guy.
All right.
Don't let me down.
Yeah, I'll spotlight it. All right, so you can all see it. Actually, I should take it out of the thing so it don't glare. But all right, let's see if I can do this. Give me a minute. Do the spotlight. All right. All right. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you
That's
see?
nice little tribal funky.
Yeah,
fucking, wow, cool.
Now can you see that fucking square I had to shave out of him? And all over there, that's all hair, guys.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, no, I actually like that. I love that fucking. It's pretty clean. I did that like fucking 15 years ago. I mean, if you want, I got my book here.
I
can
missed
show.
it.
Oh,
I
did
missed
you?
it. Yeah.
Did you? All right, hold on.
I zoned out for a second.
If you look at
That's the cutest puddle.
G-Base
That's
face,
nice.
it's kind of like that. Like where you can see it.
DP, you want to see some of my other work? I got my book right here. I'll show up if you.
Cool.
I'll
That's
show
nice. That's nice solid filling, bro.
Thank you. But you see how hairy that motherfucker is?
Yeah. I like how the eyebrows are going on the dragon right now.
Right. That's funny. Hold on, I'll pull out a
Red
few.
eyebrows. Your red eyebrows were on the dragon for a second.
I saw that.
So how many hours did something like that take?
That one took probably 6.
One sitting?
Yeah.
Right
A lot
on.
of my shit does one sitting. I move pretty quick. So, all right, here, I'll show you this one right here. This is a little match of, oh, wait, let me take it out of the plastic.
Yeah.
All right, so right here is a hinge that I put on somebody's, this part right here. So it looks like his arm bends, which is pretty dope.
Oh
Fucking-
yeah.
All right, there's a hinge.
Yeah.
This chick gave me the picture. She wanted it, you know.
It's all clean work. Looks nice.
Oh, wait, my finger's in the way. Sorry. Backwards. Like I said, I haven't taken a new picture in forever. So it's like me showing off fucking work that I did like 10, 15 years ago gets a little irritating. But yeah, I'll show you. I got a few
I
other.
find a lot of my old work. Gets lost in the ages whenever I'm moving and stuff. That's why I love having all digital and shit now. Like the
Yeah,
cloud
see,
stuff.
I didn't have any of the digital, so I lost a lot of my album, you know.
Yeah, same
So I
here.
mean, so here I got this one right there.
That's pretty cool.
Then I got, you know, my friend's dog, and also fucking you know, the Joker. He didn't let me finish it though. It was on his ribs.
Yeah, that's why it hurts.
I need to blend in more color, but I haven't seen the kid forever. You know, fucking. He was one of the ones that I was told just to set up in freehand. So this dude's ripping his skin off. Hold on, I don't know if you can see that. He's ripping his skin off. Back here is kind of an apocalyptic city going on. And then, oh yeah, I got some, you know, the infamous crosses you always get asked to do. You know, some of them are just basic, but I got to play with one of them. So like, you know, you got the two-part cross. That's pretty much typical. And then, you know, I got to do fucking this one right here. And I did the Celtic cross, but I really like that one. Right, this one right here. It's got a crown on it, shit. Where's my camera? There it is. Fucking, oh yeah, so, you know, you get the infamous praying hands. Here, I'll go to some of the other ones that I got here that are actually, so remember I was telling you how lettering is real fucking important because you gotta be careful with your depth. You can't fuck up your depth over here. You know, like, you got nothing. That was with a 3. You got nothing to really hide any mistakes whatsoever. So the lettering's got to be clean. Then I start running to a few color ones. You know, fucking every now and then the really cool ones I basically had to give away because when you live in kind of in the ghetto and shit, you get a lot of people that come to you with their, you know, what they want, not what you draw. So like, this is one I drew, and I really fucking colored in, and I really wanted to do. It's like fucking 15, 16 years old, you know, but the color definitely held. So I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, the anchor, obviously on the other side, which I fucking love that anchor. I'm actually mad I put it on somebody else. I thought about putting it on myself. And then I started thinking, why do I want to hurt myself? You know? Yeah, I'll show you I'll show you 2 more pages and then I'll leave you guys alone. Let you go back. Because, like I said, I got a lot of my old shit. I don't know if you heard of Paul Booth. He's kind of a famous tattoo artist. This is, there we go. This is one of his that I replicated, and along with that one right there.
That's bold to try to go over some of his work.
Oh yeah, you ever heard of? Dude, that was fucking like 3 years into my work. This right here is David Bolt. I don't know if you ever heard of him. And I started doing this red shade to help me work on darker skin to contrast when I'm doing gray shade work. So like on darker skin, I can actually break up shading, and that helps a lot. And then let's see, hold on. All right, so can you see that one? That one might be tough. It's kind of a dark picture, but it's a chick holding an American flag. That's another David Bolt piece.
Yeah, I've seen that one a few times.
It's the reflection in the picture that makes it hard.
I know, I'm trying, guys. And then I got this one right here, which is one of his popular ones after 9/11 that my boy decided he wanted to get. And then here, I'll show you this cover up, see if you can tell. I'll tell you right off the bat, I hit a pretty large Grim Reaper, had color and shit in the wings. All right. So if you notice, there's a line like right through here. You can still see that. That's part of the sickle, but this part right here is the other part of the arm. Like the fucking. There we go. The fucking
I'm
the
not
whole.
gonna lie, I can't really see much from the
No.
glare. Man.
Yeah, the glare is pretty bad.
Sorry,
It's
guys.
a little better.
I'm trying.
But it's still pretty hard. No, you're good.
But yeah,
We all
fucking
love you, Prophet.
yeah. Like I said, it's been a while. I got a lot of old shit. After a while, you stop taking pictures because you don't have the ability to. This was kind of before I jumped back into fucking cell phone. And my picture taking is horrible. Horrible. So, who knows?
It all looked really good, man. Looked solid, clean work. I was just trying to figure out where the extra jar lid came from.
I'm sorry. I wish I could have did better showing you.
I mean, it all looked really clean work. It was just the glare, like from
Yeah.
the reflector. But you can still see, solid line work, solid shading and stuff, man.
I mean, I'll take pictures of it and post them in Discord just so you can actually see them.
Yeah, Prophet does art, but he
I
doesn't.
just don't have the time to, man. I can't devote it.
Chart show.
It's just I can't devote the time to it. My house is too hectic. You hear it now. Me trying to take 3 hours, man. Just trying to sit down and draw a picture. You know.
This is today at 2:51. Time 2 seconds 6. Anybody can take over at any time. Rick, what are you looking at?
This is some art. This guy does all kinds of metal sculptures and shit, but he rocks. He's right down here in Salem, Massachusetts.
Cool.
The witchiest place in all of the nation, I guess, right?
I love witches.
But yeah, this is from today. Yeah,
That's
just
dope
great
stuff right there. I like metalworking.
Yeah, you can't see in there though. Like there's like a see if you can see there's a freaking water fountain in there. He's all kinds of great work behind it too.
Yeah.
Like it obscures. Really cool.
Okay. I bet he grows great weed.
I've never seen him out there.
Just walk by with a J one day and be like, "What's up, dude?"
Yeah. I think he's getting a little older now, but yeah, he's productive. He does a lot of stuff.
That shit looks really cool.
And I rip around the corner here, and you can see from the back of the parking lot. You can see into his backyard a little bit better. But he gets a lot of great commissions. He does a lot of really quirky shit for people. But metalwork is big money. I mean, this guy's getting a lot of dough for these sculptures.
Yeah, no doubt.
And as he should. I mean, respect to him.
So what is it on the metalwork or folk art or?
Yeah, it's total folk art, kind of like his commission pieces are, he'll do stuff whatever you want.
Look at that thing. That thing's gnarly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I dig the firebox though. I mean, that's fucking classic.
Right?
Does he sell any? Like, could you be like, hey, how much you want for the firebox?
I would say I could do better right on Craigslist right around here because I've seen a couple recently for under $100.
They go profit. That means you can find them on Craigslist where you are.
I might be able
You're
to.
not too far.
It might even be.
You're in Mobville. You can get it for probably half that price, right? If you know a guy.
But they put hookers back on Craigslist.
I might
Find
know a
one that
guy.
fell off a truck.
Yeah.
I would think that there could be a lot of vandalism going on there. No,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where?
Yeah.
Well,
at that guy's house, everything's probably welded to the fucking ground.
I guess so.
Bar of
Yeah, he's
steel,
probably got naked.
slab of concrete or something.
If I actually
Seriously.
looked around, it's probably older fucking
pretty good
fireboxes
neighborhood,
mounted
though.
to the poles around my house. Still.
Yeah, it looks like a kind of like fucking local landmark. I'm sure everyone's looking out for it. If anyone saw anyone fucking with it, they'd probably be.
Our state senator lives like 2 blocks from right here, so it's pretty secure.
There you go.
They need to pave these fucking
Yeah, the
roads.
cops are rolling by there.
How old would some of these homes be?
The oldest homes will be the 1620s, and the majority. Yeah, they're definitely on the old side. The majority are definitely more 1740s to 1820s.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah, and then there's the turn of the century 1900s, which really kind of filled out the more historic homes. So those will be the more modern painted ladies.
Yeah.
Would be that roaring up to the roaring 20s.
Okay. Hey, don't let him pass you.
Profit.
Oh, come on, Ganja.
Dude, it's so funny.
Go past you.
I did. I was like, oh man, I can't let these guys pass me.
Did you see the kitchen?
That chick left you in her dust. She is
The problem
out.
was I was in a Discord server in the wind. So that's the one thing. Zoom is great for taking care of wind, but I had my microphone on and that was not muffling shit. So I couldn't go nearly as fast as these guys. They were zipping. They were going because I was going 20.
Yeah.
We need to make some more tea.
They were eating shit, that's for sure.
Yeah, no helmets, and they did not give a shit. Respect.
Excuse me, that arrow says we're going the wrong way here, mister.
Yeah, this shit is awful. I need to. Yeah, I need to follow some rules.
Do not enter. Oh, yeah, okay. Jesus.
I didn't see shit.
Well, that was the end of that one.
Man,
that was really cool. A while back, you took us. There was a long row of murals about a month ago.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
You know, I was.
Yeah, that's great. I've actually got to make another
walk
walk through that because it's that's all finished now. Finally, that was all a benefit. They were basically they were raising money to send skateboards to El Salvador. So it was like a whole, rent a container or buy a container and fill it through all the skateboard shops throughout the U.S. and supporters. But that was part of it. So all these different big name tag people all came together to support this cause and raise money. They were basically tagging all kinds of stuff for fans and selling it at pretty good prices. You get a tag of some of the great taggers in the U.S. for $100. You know, all going to charity. They weren't making a dime. All of it was going towards skateboards to El Salvador, which is pretty cool. You know, just kind of taking on a cause.
That's super rad.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, bringing joy to children in third world countries. You know, I mean, the struggle is real for those people. We're so insulated from reality. It's sad, but yeah, children in those places really, you know, they really do appreciate the love. You know, my brothers worked in Guatemala for a lot of years and dealt with, you know, the hunger and, you know, just the lack of opportunity. Night, Beelzebub.
Bees disappeared. You had to go.
How's the smoke over there, Rick?
What's that, buddy?
How's the smoke?
Actually, it's a little better, much better today, and it's overcast. They're predicting rain. I sure hope they're right.
Yeah, for sure. That's
There's
good to
been some-
hear.
Yeah, the fire went through a small town a couple of days ago, and took out quite a few homes. But it's shaping up to be a long forest fire season this year.
Man, I'm on the other coast, so far away, and yet we are so laden in smoke from the fires out west.
Yeah,
It's been
Yeah.
really bad this year. Like, never had. Same for you, Prophet? Is it same for you down there?
Yeah, we definitely for
Smoke?
have like it's above below the higher atmosphere, but above the lower atmosphere. So like above the clouds, you can see that there's a haze, and it isn't that like summer haze that you would get if it was hot. It's constant going. It doesn't get burned off or anything. And every now and then you can occasionally smell possibly a fire, like
Exactly,
a
right?
little bit.
I could smell it. I was like, man, what's burning? Nope. Air quality was zero, though. It was like really bad.
What, today?
No, actually, like last week it was really
Yeah,
bad.
last week.
Depends on how that jet stream is moving, I guess.
Yeah, it looked like we were stuck in between the jet stream between Canada and the United States, and the one like going below like the lower part of the United States, and we were kind of just stuck in the middle as it shot across.
I remember about 8, 9 years ago, if we're living in Williams Lake, about an hour from where I am now, and we were smoked out from fires over in Siberia. So that's got a ways to go.
Yeah, I'd say, right? Fuck.
Like across the ocean, Siberia?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Damn.
Yeah, no, the smoke and travel. So then, if you guys, if you guys are seeing it there on the other side of the continent, you can imagine what it's like living in that. Sometimes it gets pretty gross. Now that right there is a beautiful sight.
I can't imagine being downwind from fire like that. I mean, can't imagine.
Well, weren't we getting hit from Canada and Cali last week? Wasn't that like a mix between the two?
Maybe. I'm not an expert, but
Yeah,
sure.
I thought I heard something about that. I mean, I'm not. Don't quote me on
I
it.
believe you.
But they were going on at the same time, and it seemed like
It was
that's
coming from somewhere, and it wasn't in my state.
yeah. True that.
We don't really have the. I mean, this year we've gotten it's crazy. You know, the climate change. You know, global warming, climate change. It's climate change because shit's a changing, man. I mean, we got 20 inches of rain this summer so far here. Fucking people are chopping their crops because it's all PM'd. You know, like yeah, it's really been a kind of funky balance. You know, whereas out west, no rain, right?
I've been fortunate in this area, you know, like it hasn't overpowered me too much. Hell, I've actually had the water more often than I expected, to be honest with you.
You're prepared.
I got lucky so far. Like I haven't got hit with any caterpillars either, or any type of infestation of any bug. So I mean, maybe I'm just getting lucky this round. Who the fuck knows? But or they're gonna come really hard in the end.
Surprise, shorty.
Yeah,
That's what they
I'm
do to
not.
me. They show up in week 8, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I'm not doubting it's gonna happen. But as of right now, I've been lucky. But I'm expecting it.
No one got any big plans for the weekend?
I'm really hoping to go set up a tent at a friend's house, but I've been saying that like every weekend for the last month. So
I don't even get to go do that. I have to fucking work.
even my dog just groaned at me after I said it.
Just get over
Oh
there, dude.
no!
I gotta give my grow area a major douching. It's about a week due. And then gummies. I gotta make a lot of gummies tomorrow. There might be something else more important than a lot of that, but it's just not coming to my mind at the moment.
Once you get rolling doing it all, it'll all come back.
Oh no, once I wake up, the wife will remind me I gotta do this, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, all right, okay, all right, there we go.
Yeah, I forgot. I got one of those reminders too. Yeah, I got not too much planned. I got a little bit of defoliation to do aside still. It's getting pretty shaggy. You Uncle Rick, you had some pots outside that got smashed. There was some rain came off your roof or something and hit a bunch of stuff. Whatever happened with those? Did they survive or?
They survived. No, I probably lost 10 out of 12, but the two that survived, they're forming buds. But I was thinking that because they're autoflower, they probably suffered such a setback. I don't know if they're going to finish properly, but we'll find out.
You probably won't get much. I got some just the same. They got left outside and got waterlogged for way too long, and nothing I could do about it except sit back and watch them suffer. And they're pretty small right now, but they're out there and they're doing the thing. But yeah, don't worry, I'm riding the same bus you are right now, so we'll do it together.
I did plant some more. I think I've got a total of 10 right now.
Nice.
Going out there and ranging anywhere from about 6 to 8 inches to 18 to 24 inches.
There you go. That's
So we'll see. The last seeds I popped were July the 4th. So July, August, September, October. We'll see how the weather goes, and hopefully we'll make it.
Yeah, I got quite a few large photo periods. Most of them are doing them pretty good. One of them went into flowering and came back out and re-veg and acting all weird. And I started to, I noticed a bit of PM on it this morning, so I got a sulfur spray that I'm going to do when I get out of the show here. But it's, I don't know, it's one of those weird plants that's like been, if anyone's ever put a plant out too early and had to go into flower and then come back out, it just forms a really weird growth pattern and shoots coming out everywhere and it's so ugly. It's like, yeah, I don't know if I should cut it down, but I'm ready.
Somebody else was just talking about their plants re-vegging. Who was that? Somebody in our show?
It's weird because it's only the one that have eight in the ground, so 7 of them that just stayed in veg the whole time, and the one decided to get all weird on me. But whatever, bad genetics, I guess. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, wasn't Dave saying the other night on here that he was re-vegging a couple from his run there?
yeah.
I remember him saying that he was re-vegging a couple.
Yeah.
I wish I was doing it just to save it or anything, but it's just, I don't know what happened. It went all weird on me because it's, I don't know, 5.5 feet tall. And then it's just trying to bud everywhere, and then it's soft, and then it's shooting one leaf soft everywhere. Now it's starting to bud heavy, and it's just a mess. It's just a big, thick, scraggly, ugly. If I can keep the PM away from it, I can eat it for concentrate. It's not going to be good flour. It'll be really weird, shitty flour. But.
And is it still okay to be spraying sulfur at this point?
Well, I'm going to be doing that on my vegging plants. On that one that's in flower, I won't be. I'm just going to cut everything off, every branch except for the last couple inches. Hopefully that'll solve it. It's already ugly and shitty anyways. I don't really care for it too much. You'll see it on video one day or something. It's, yeah, you'll agree. It's just like, it's like horse's tail or something. It's just all wispy and shitty.
Yeah, that same sulfur that you use foliarly in veg can really kind of, you can add to a root drench because that's one of the elements that you really kind of need to kind of amp up when you get into flower, just not in, but
Yeah,
only early flower. You don't want to be running the sulfur late and get fucking weird tasting shit.
Yeah.
It helps a lot with the bringing out the true, like really deep, good flavors.
Yeah, and it actually will bring up your THC counts. I mean, that's why commercial people push past.
Yeah.
You know, they'll push it just to push THC.
Good to know. Yeah, no, I haven't had many issues outside. The Japanese beetles were a pain in the ass. So I don't know if any of you guys had to deal with that shit, but tiny little shiny beetles. They just eat everything. They eat all the leaves on my raspberries, Brussels sprouts, broccolis, all that stuff. They're not too bad with cannabis plants, but they're all over them, fucking and hanging around and seeing pests, really. And then, yeah, really, a couple of aphids here and there, but ladybugs are showing up too, which is nice. Natural. So. Other than that.
Yeah, I had two. So I've got a squirrel problem that's I'm trying to roll out of. I got rid of 2 black walnuts on the corner of the property. Yeah, right. These fat motherfuckers have just been they've been living high on the hog for way too long. They can't even get out of their own way. Once in a while some owls will realize that there's lots of squirrels over here, or a bird of prey will come and take a few, but it's too comfortable over here. And they are just wrecking my garden. Nothing else but the fucking squirrels. They're so stupid. They rip through stuff before it's even even has an opportunity to really take form.
I had a couple garden beds. My corn, I planted one bed. I had to plant it 3 times to finally get anything because I don't know if something was digging it up or, I've grown a lot of stuff a lot of times. And it's weird how it just out of nowhere all of a sudden I can't plant corn properly. But it took me a week or two to get anything started there. Now they're way, way behind. They're not really going to do anything. They're more decorative now. But yeah, and I got a baby rabbit. I don't know if it's just a little one, but there's a little rabbit out there, man. Every time I walk out on my side, you see him scurry off somewhere. It sucks too, 'cause I got three big dogs, so if they see it, they go scrambling, running, and they don't care what they're running through either when they do that. So they'll go taking off lower branches and shit.
Can you get the rabbit poop and use it?
No, but if he shits while he's eating, I guess that's fucked. We're trading, right? So,
yeah.
I would be sweet to see a bird come down and take them, though. That'd be cool.
I heard somebody said they were using one of his plants as a storage for bird seed. They'd go and store bird seed in his outdoor laden flower.
I had a plant last year that was it had a kind of weird structure. I don't know if I grew it vented it too long or whatever, but just the way it was like a big sphere kind of, and it was all hollowed out in the center. And during a rainstorm, I lost a few branches, so it created an opening on the front so you could see in, and then it was a big ball inside kind of. And I had birds that would hang out there. They didn't build a nest, but they hung out there all summer. These certain couples, there's these two sets of couples, 4 birds would always just fly into the plant, sitting there and hang out. So I'm like, that's awesome. They're picking off caterpillars or anything that's going to go in there, right? So it was neat though. Sit on the back deck and watch the birds hang out. Hey, Uncle Rick, where you're living at? Where you get wildlife coming through your yard?
Oh yeah, lots of deer, bear, cougar, yeah, all kinds of creatures.
Is it mule deer where you're at, or whitetail?
Whitetail.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by cougar, you mean hot little 50-year-old divorcees?
Yeah, right. My dog, one of my dogs was attacked by a cougar, and whenever I tell the story, nobody believes it because it's just a small dog, and most stories like that end in tragedy. But this cougar, it was malnourished, and they killed it about 5 days later. But I let my dogs out, and just at the top of the driveway, it was attacked. It was Boxing Day, 7:00 at night, and I got to the vets at 9 and didn't get out of there till midnight. But you could see the marks on my dog where the cougar had actually grabbed her, and you could see the bite marks and the claw marks in her skin. It was
over the back, like shoulders, front shoulders.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
And somehow she got away.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
they go for the jugular. Once they get both mitts in, then they just bite the neck and they're done.
Exactly. And had this cougar, been a proper healthy one, she never would have made it. But.
Or a super cat, because let's face it, they're like the laws to own all these crazy wild cats in Ohio and a lot of these states down here, and I'm sure up there, there's a lot of these ones that that go missing. Then breed with the local cougars, and then you go from a 120 to 140 pound animal to a coy wolf. A coy wolf is we have problems with coy wolves now. They're like badass. I mean, coyotes never bothered me, but coy wolves are a whole nother breed.
What are they?
It's like the super hybrid between the coyotes and the wolves.
Ah, yeah.
Happens in plants, happens in animals, where you take the two and you end up with the liger, or it just becomes this enormous animal that's like.
Yeah, you breed from the parent that doesn't have the particular size inhibitors, and since that animal doesn't have those size inhibitors, it can continue to grow. Like you mentioned, the ligar, that's one of the more common ones. Things are huge.
Yeah, and cats are so reclusive that you really I've only in all my years of being out in the woods and hunting, and I have seen very few cats. I've seen a lot of animals in the woods, but when I've been blessed with a few amazing interactions with cats, but they're few and far between, man.
Yeah.
See, I would worry if if I lived out there with my dog, because I think he lacks that whole flight instinct, and he would just have to engage. And I don't even know what I would do if he was fighting mountain lion or fucking half the shit you were talking about. That's not another dog. That's a vicious, wild fucking animal,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And of course, my dog doesn't have the intelligence to fucking run away from it.
No,
they only have superpower mode and off. As soon as you startle them, now they go into this fucking adrenaline junk. I mean, they really are very powerful,
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of wolf in this area as well. But I remember one time I was just looking down. There's it's a farm right in the valley here. It's about 100-acre farm, and at one time they had dairy cattle down there, and I was looking down, and I could see a cow, and it was running. I could just see there's a grove of trees down there, so I could see the cow running in behind the grove of trees, and it was running in that direction. I can't do this very well. Anyway, I looked and I thought, I've never seen a cow run before. You just don't see it. And shortly after that, I saw a wolf running the other way. So, and then after that, the cow was chasing the wolf. So I guess the cow must have had a baby, had a calf over there, and the wolf was going towards the calf, and the cow said, "No, there'll be none of that." It was really weird to see.
Anybody have any cool wildlife encounter stories?
The year that we had all the last time we had forest fires in 2017, I think all the animals, they all got screwed up. They lost their habitat and wherever they used to hang out. And that year we had a number of bear, and I took a picture of one right on the street in front of my house. And anybody that looked at that picture said, "Oh, that's between 400 and 500 pounds, that bear." And then there was another time, I've got about an acre here, and I was working at the bottom of the property, and my dog started barking, and there was a mother and two cubs not too far away from me. I got my ass out of there pretty quick. Oh, and another, this is one of the scariest was, we also have moose. And I was coming home. It was dark. It was nighttime, and I was coming down the highway, and I looked over to my peripheral vision on the right, and a moose was running along in the ditch right beside where I was driving, and then he came up onto the road, and he was right beside my truck, and I swear I was looking up at this moose. I mean, it was so big. Wow. And I guess that's what happens with the moose is because their legs are so long. When you hit a moose, like if you hit a deer, and I've hit deer, it'll take out your headlights and so on. But a moose, because their legs are so long, when you take a moose out, it'll go right through your windshield. A lot of people died with moose encounters.
Yeah, there's in northern Ontario. Like I'm central, southern kind of Ontario, but we got a lot of province above me, and there's a lot of moose up there. I go hunting for moose up a town called Opasetica, way up north. One of the last roads before you have to start taking planes. But besides that point, I was in Algonquin Park. It's a provincial park, but everyone thinks it's a national park. Anyway, it's world renowned for moose and bear sightings and camping and canoeing and all that. And me and some buddies were up there trout fishing, and we just smoked a big joint by the campfire, probably 9 in the morning or whatever. So we're all just kind of zoned out on the fire pit or whatnot, and I can hear waves or water splashing, but I'm looking at the lake and it's dead calm, black. So I'm kind of fucking confused and stacked a little stone, like where's this wave sound coming from, right? Well, from behind the trees comes this fucking 9-foot moose, and it's maybe 25 feet from me at this point. So I get a hold of my buddies and warn them, and I grab a hold of my dog's collar and get her between my legs, and it gets confused by the canoes we got down there, and it kind of turns a circle and ends up coming up the path up to the towards the fire pit. It was maybe within 6 or 7 feet of me at one point. Walked around the fire pit 2 seconds, realized, holy fuck, there's people everywhere around me and shit, and took off into the bush. But within 2 or 3 big strides in the bush, you couldn't see the fucking thing anymore. But it must have been, I don't know how heavy they are, but big, gigantic thing, bigger than a fucking horse, anyway. So that was kind of neat. Probably within, definitely within the 10-foot range from where I was sitting, where it was standing.
Those moose are huge. Those things are massive. When I was in Alaska, I was up on one, and like I didn't know how big they were. Man, those things are massive.
Yeah, it's freaky when they're right there. Like hunting would be a different thing. At least I'm about to fucking, take it out. But
especially if they got their calves around, you know what I mean? And
oh yeah, or in the fall, the males get real horny and they want to fuck everything, and they freak right out.
Yeah, August on
Run.
horny. Yep.
Fucking run.
I'll tell y'all what though, I had a good time hanging out tonight. I'm gonna head on out. I got a big day tomorrow. Gotta get some rest. Hope everybody has a good rest of the evening. Cheers, everybody. Growers love.
Later, DP.
Cheers, DP.
I mean, I got a woodsy animal kind of encounter. Do you consider a turkey vulture a woodsy animal?
Yeah, that's fucking. They're big bastards too.
Okay, well, I had to change the billboard. It probably ranged in the 180-foot range, and he was at the top. He kind of made it his home, but I had to change the board. Now, looking down, being down, looking up, I was like, he's not that big, whatever. So I'm sitting here slamming on the pole because it's made of steel, trying to scare him off. Didn't phase him. So I climb up, and I get to the bottom fucking catwalk. So that means he's 14 feet above me and 48 feet across. And fucking, he looked at me and he fucking spread his wings, dude. And I was just like, holy fuck, you are big, And then like, that's when I was like, all right, I'm not climbing to the top, wrong, fuck that. So I was just sitting there trying to bang on shit to fucking get him off there. But he finally got off, but he was just hovering all around us the whole time, dude. And I was like, wow, this bird is actually a really big fucking bird. Like, he could have took me out at any moment. Just hit me hard enough, knock me right the fuck off.
We were exploring some old abandoned farmhouses in country around here. And yeah, we walked in, I guess there was a nest inside this barn or whatever. A couple of me and my buddies, fucking sure enough, same thing. Thing jumps up on the rafter and spreads its wings, and I was fucking not sticking around to figure that shit out. Like fucking start of a horror movie.
Lake Ossipee, New Hampshire. We have a couple of lakes over there that are deep water lakes that have a lot of owls. And if you bring some fungus with you, or you adjust your eyes for the darkness, go out, put a hammock in the middle of the forest around that area, you will literally see them hop from branch to branch. The activity is amazing and how stealth they are, but they're everywhere up there around Ossipee area. There's a shit ton of them, and if you can just focus your eyes up on the canopy, they hop from branch to branch up there throughout the trees, and it's amazing. You hear them as well, but they're not the screech owls, so they're not as talkative. But yeah, those are always cool to watch.
That's cool.
We got flying squirrels up in a little north from me, but those fucking little web-winged fucking squirrels jump tree to tree.
I want one.
Yeah, they're pretty cool when you're all whipped up around the fire watching them fucking freak out. We had one in our cabin. I worked at a summer camp years ago. I was part of the maintenance and transportation crew. And we had our own little cabin off to the side. And yeah, me and my buddy walk in there one day, there's a fucking squirrel on his bed. We're men, right? We got this. Fuck, that thing jumped, dude. We screamed like bitches out that door 100 miles per hour, man. Fucking too funny. That was all game until it fucking left at me.
We used to go to the one spot that was one of the few spots that was left that had some kind of woods to it in the middle of the city, and like it wasn't huge or anything, but there was this part that you can go into, and we would go under, not really under fungus influence, more of a chemical. And if you looked up, all you would see is fucking bats fucking flying back and forth, and like they don't make any noise, but you just look up in the clearing, and all you see is fucking bats. It was so cool because you catch the trail of the bat and shit like that. So that was always cool. But yeah, tripping out, fucking watching animals do animal shit.
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty blessed to live where I am. But 2 minutes this way, I'm at the bay, and then that bay's like, if you have a little boat around here, you're loving it, man. You can go all day, everywhere, all over the place. Like sea doing up here is awesome. There's so many channels and islands, and there's there's a lot of like mom and pop restaurants that have been around since God knows when, right? So they're pretty famous. So good destinations. A lot of marinas around for gas. So pretty fun area to live in. Lots of fishing. We got lots of, I guess what you call it, like a public forest or public land we can use. Some of them are designated hunting, some are not. Some are designated motorized vehicles, some are not. So everybody gets a chance to use some for something, right? So, kind of nice that way, but I find they have a bad planning because all the ones that aren't zoned for hunting, that are zoned for motorized vehicles, are the areas where there's higher populations of like deer and turkey and such stuff you want to hunt, right? Whatever. Maybe because it's set up like that. Fucking animals aren't dumb. I think they know. What's crazy Pop Mom been up to all night?
I was just thinking that.
She's just been ripping bowls at that table for fucking 3 hours straight.
I don't even know if she can hear us.
We need to put a GoPro on her.
Yeah, the crazy mom doesn't know whether or not we're talking about her, but you know she's still staring over here. Her and her friends in shadows.
That's a little bit. I don't know.
I know. I'm just being a douche.
There, we bathed her. We got her.
Talking about me?
A little bit.
Because I haven't heard almost anything you've said all night, but I heard she, and I was just like, ooh, those fuckers are talking about me.
We were just wondering what you're up to.
She all night, I didn't know.
Yeah, we only heard half of what you said.
I'm sure, because of course that's the way it's gonna work.
I'm only kidding. We heard it all.
Prophet, I swear to God, if you're just a little bit closer.
And wait till the virtual slap gets invented. It's gonna be like you got mail. All of a sudden, it's gonna be like smack.
Right? I'll invent the app just to fucking do it to you too.
Yeah.
If they're cheap enough, I'll be sending them everywhere.
I'll pay White Widow and Black Widow to help me out with that.
Yeah.
Why are you getting paid by Crazy Crafty Mom or Crazy Pop Mom? See, I don't even know who I am anymore.
Just that. All you gotta do is ask nicely. They'll do it. You don't even have to pay them. Just ask nicely.
No, I didn't hear you. How am I supposed to do this?
I'll sit there and I'll be like, but why? And they'll be like, you know why?
You're taking it home? I want $20 more now. Jesus Christ. You know how much I spent on all that? Everybody's taking all my cool equipment home.
I didn't take
the
shit.
fuck?
I donated to the cause.
Well, you need to represent and drop. What the fuck? Okay.
Well, one more big dab here before I go. Get into it.
Yeah, I may have to
I
cash
put a little
out.
thing on it so I could like pull this so I wouldn't burn my fucking fingers. But that's not a part of it. That's just my stoner fucking thing. I'm not burning my fucking fingers. But yeah, it just goes on a regular bottle.
Cool.
I was using a torch. Excuse me, I didn't pay attention to that, fuckhead. God, they're so mean to me around here. No wonder I only hang out with you guys. See, that's one of the jerks right there.
Well, you speak to them so nicely.
What is that?
Said, well, you speak to them so nicely.
We've already had it out before 8 o'clock at night. It only started at 6. We don't drink, but we're fighting. So it's just like, what the fuck, man? That's why I didn't invite the alcoholics.
You should have kept it. You should have kept it unmuted. It would have been entertaining.
Everybody's coming back, so we'll do a whole live one all on my own. I'll just say, Caribou, I'm gonna have a late night extra Friday night thing, and you can just pass me over the reins because by then we'll be all fucking toasty because not anything really is unedible. Like everything's infused right down to these freaking weird. What are they called again? Munchie chips.
Looks like a Funyun. Not a Funyun. The fucking little things. Corn chip.
It does look like a corn chip, but it's not. It's supposed to be bigger and like rounder, kind of.
Oh.
I'd show you, but we ate them all.
Then you had no proof.
What's that?
You have no proof.
No proof that any weed edible things were here at all. No. Yeah.
No proof that wasn't a corn chip.
Oh, you're right. my sister and her fucking hip chucking. Did you see me almost earlier? Because I wasn't expecting that. James, we're actually live with voice. You want to say hi?
Hello from the dog. Oh, yeah.
All right, I don't know what you guys are saying, but I sure as hell will be watching the show again to find out how much of an ass I made of myself. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. Just a little wee bit. This coming from Profit, so I've made a complete fucking ass of myself, like for probably 90% of the time.
No, I'm a great judge. Don't worry about it.
Chat with you soon, guys.
I may be handing controls back over to Caribou.
And where is he? Screen's
Oh.
empty again.
I don't know, but his kitchen is delightful.
Oh yeah. I like Gondor's view. We're always on a cruise.
Yeah, man.
Where are we heading to?
The beach.
That's like Tony Rockefeller's videos. I love those.
That's
He's
super
always-
foggy right there. That's Independence Park in Beverly.
Okay. Neat.
And what was that taken?
This is from last week.
So is that from
Yeah.
the smoke, that haze?
So this was some of it, but it was also some fog as well. But yeah, that's the smoke. Yeah. It was a foggy day too. The dew point was up high that day. But then the dew point dropped and it was still bad.
Blue kid. Yeah, I was gonna go for a motorcycle cruise tomorrow. They were having some native reservations a couple hours away, and they were having some music venues and food, and it was a cannabis event, but tossed into a bunch of entertainment as well. I was gonna go around and check it out, but it's gonna be thunderstorms all day, and I'm not prepared to ride a motorcycle in thunderstorms for fucking 3 hours one way. Sunny day, not a bad thing, but so I don't know. I might be stuck at home for them. Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's not a bad thing. Maybe school the kids in some old school video games. That's what I should do. Bust out the 8-bit and just stomp them.
You say old school video games?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Whatever. Regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega.
See, I'm aiming.
The old stuff like TurboGrafx 16 and
Nice.
yeah, that's Bonk's Adventures. I think it was Bonk's Adventures called and something else, but regular Nintendo.
Splatterhouse came from there.
Okay. Yeah, we have. I got an Xbox here. A friend of mine modded up for me. So.
That's cool.
Yeah, I got. Fuck, you name it. I play one called River City Ransom on regular.
Oh my god, that's a classic.
Oh yeah, man. Pew pew ting ting. Grab
Yeah.
the coin. Go buy a book and fucking learn shit.
I got a PS2 that I gotta get the actual wire that goes, the AV wire. I thought I had it, but I let my friend borrow it a few years ago. But I got like Fist of Legend, The Suffering, Mark Echo's Getting Up. You know, I got a few of the classics that I snatched up.
A good one for the PS2 is Twisted Metal.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
The cars that you gather the rockets and shit and drive. It's like Crash Up Derby on fucking steroids.
Oh dude, the clown car was my favorite. The fucking ice cream truck.
Yeah, that's the best. You line someone, fucking see you later. I love that shit. Yeah, I'm definitely schooling the kids more on fucking video games.
My kids, my kids hooked on Roadblocks right now. Like everything Roadblocks, man.
Yeah, well, so we're Minecraft, Roblox, all fucking Fortnite.
Yeah.
My kids are rocking.
I mean, I got him every possible Xbox that's come out, and he's got like every game, but he's hooked on Roblox. I'm about to stop playing Assassin's Creed.
You know what's awesome though? We were buying them their upgrades and everything, and not lost, but a little bit. And then I'm like, no, fucking get them to do a chore. So now, like, they fucking love it because they're getting anything they want on the game. But I'm loving it because I'm getting my fucking dishes done and my fucking clothes put away. And,
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? 2 little running around, really. And it's cheap, too. I give them $1 or something for a chore. Fucking, it's not like I'm giving them fucking $5 each time, right? They're loving it. I'm loving it. I'm teaching them the value of $1. We're all winning, right?
I'm guilty of the electric babysitter. Whether it be the computer, the gaming device, or just the TV.
Yeah, I think
An hour of solace is nice.
in today's age, I was like, I tried to raise my kids old school, but then I realized like I'd be hindering them. They're gonna be in school. They need to be right on top of this computer stuff nowadays. So I was a '90s kid, born in '81. So like, right when I was getting into high school and stuff, the internet was just coming around in the '90s, right? I went, it was '95. I went to high school, so there was the internet, but it was like dial-up, fucking AOL, fucking bullshit. It was nothing like it is today.
You got that disc for like 1,000 free hours and shit. Dial up.
My first computer was a Pentium 133, whatever that means, or 166. Pentium 1 something. Like, I'm talking the coolest thing in its day, though. No. But nowadays, you look at it, it's like if you don't have your children, you know, basically coding, they're going to be behind. Like, maybe not coding, but they need to understand computers to the fullest. Because nowadays, I got this brand new one just a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you see it, Acer Nitro something. But my mom bought it for me so I can do all this shit. And I'm trying to go back to the way it was. Like, you know, I'm fucking around a little bit, looking around it, and it's like some of the functions are still the same as back in the '90s and stuff, but it's nowhere near the same. I need help, Uncle Rick.
Yeah, tech talk.
Yeah.
I think I might have to crash out and go to bed. I might have work in the morning. Rick, you want the controls?
No, I'm heading out.
All right. Then I guess we'll call it a night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, chat, we love you. Tried to hang out till Caribou got back, but he didn't do it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, good to see everybody.
Likewise,
yeah, man.
always a blast,
eBay,
man.
Astro, 40. We're getting Ganja. Thanks for the tour.
Thank you.
I'll tell you guys
Cheers,
in chat
guys.
on the morning.
Much love, chat.
Yes, much
Absolutely.
love. And yeah, again, Ganja, thanks for jumping on, man. Really love having you jumping on.
Take care, everybody.
I always enjoy the show. Thanks for letting me on.
Anytime.
Yeah,
Later,
great to
guys.
see you again.